Good evening and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by the First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Devon Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, and Stone Oilfield Services. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. I'm TJ Miracle, live from Robert H. Goddard High School and what used to be Rocket Gym. I believe they call it Ground Zero now, as we get ready for this district matchup tonight between the Lovington Lady Wildcats and the Goddard Lady Rockets. So we come into this one, the Lady Cats are 10-11 on the season, 0-2 in district, looking to get in the district win column and looking to get back to 500 under Coach Chief Bridgeforth. On the opposite side of the floor tonight, the Goddard Lady Rockets under new head coach Chris Roybal are 14-8 on the season. They are 1-1 in the district race, so they're looking to secure their spot in second at the halfway point of this district season. So the Lady Cats had their opportunities last Friday night against Portales. That game, really Lovington controlled much of that game. They were up by 1 in the first. They stretched it to 2 at half. Then were up by 5 going into the fourth quarter, but an absolutely disastrous fourth quarter. All of a sudden, Portales seemed like they couldn't miss, and Lovington, well, it seemed like they couldn't buy a bucket. They got outscored 22-8 in that fourth quarter, but more importantly, they got rebounded by 10 in that fourth quarter, and really that was just the way the cookie crumbled for the Lady Cats this past Friday night. 3 Lady Cats, though, in double digits in that ball game. Malaya Castro leading Lovington. She scored 21 points in that ball game, 13 of them coming in the first half. 15 points for Elizabeth Buendia. Got a little foul trouble late and kind of had to be very careful in the fourth quarter. Then Aubrey Aranda chipped in 10 in that ball game. The only other scorer was Ashlyn Barunda. She had 5 in the ball game, but only 4 Lady Cats in the book scoring. First half team that needs to figure out how to finish. Yeah, the numbers were pretty darn good, as we mentioned, throughout that entire half for the Lovington Lady Cats, and then, did a great job in the third quarter, but the fourth quarter, things just kind of quit going their way. But you got to think that Coach Chief Bridgeforth, he's going to know what adjustments to make and try and get a complete game out of this squad here tonight. I know something they've probably done a little work on over the last couple of days, free throw shooting. They were 48% from the line on Friday night. Yeah, left a lot of points out on the board. They've also got to be careful they play very well aggressively and they play very well physically, but they let Portales go to the line 29 times in that ball game, went 18 of 29, so it could have been a lot worse. But have to work on cleaning up the fouling situation just a little bit, and they need to work on continuing to attack and just put together a full game. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. Anything you need out in the patch, Stone Oilfield Services can take care of it for you. Stone Oilfield Services, good friends in the oil field and great friends of the Lovington Wildcats and Lovington Lady Cats. We'll take a timeout, come back and continue. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in the city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight from here at Ground Zero on the campus of Robert H. Goddard High School in Roswell, New Mexico. So how did we get to where we are in the district season at this point? So, well, what we are going to look at is, well, what we've done in district so far for Lovington. Of course, as we mentioned, 0-2 in district. Lost the opener to the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, 54-36. Of course, we'll open the second half of district against Artesia on Friday night. And then, of course, Goddard, or rather Portales, losing 60-51. As we mentioned earlier, for the Lady Rockets of Goddard, they beat Portales 60-54. It took them overtime to get that one done, and then lost a heartbreaker to Artesia 37-36. And so what that tells me is Lovington is going to have to be very, very careful about their matchups. And this is a team that on paper, and when you just look at them on the floor warming up and doing their thing, looks like they could match up very well size-wise. Experience-wise, of course, Lovington, for the most part, is fairly young, but they are still, learning, but they are getting better each and every game. So, just continue to learn, continue to work, and everything will come together. You just got to believe that. Coach Chief Bridgeforth definitely knows how to coach up these girls. So as we mentioned, of course, the second half of district gets underway on Friday night as Lovington will travel to Artesia and Goddard will take on the Portales squad. Of course, this game was originally supposed to happen last week, but the weather prevented that from coming off and happening. So we are making it up here tonight from Roswell. Of course, don't forget, please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Just search Lovington Sports on YouTube. There it is. You can't miss it. Please subscribe. We are almost at that magical 1,000 subscribers. Of course, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll pull $100 out of my pocket and give it to one lucky subscriber. Hey, get paid to watch your Lovington Lady Cats and Wildcats. Tell your family and friends, too. Subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and we do that absolutely free of charge, and we couldn't do that without all the great sponsors you see there on the bottom of your screen. And we'll, of course, be acknowledging them throughout the night. As we continue with our Stone Oilfield Services pregame show, we are preparing for the introductions. That'll be happening here in just about 90 seconds. So we will go ahead and wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off. You're listening to and watching the Lovington Lady Cats from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and on the Z94 KZOR Facebook page.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back. This is Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Starting 5 tonight for the home team, Goddard Lady Rockets. It'll be number 4, Erica Cannon. Number 20, Addison Luck. Number 21, Eden Chavira. Number 22, Ashley Buck. And number 24, Sarah Royo. For your Lovington Lady Cats and the Road Blues tonight, it'll be number 5, Aubrey Aranda. Number 10, Myra Castro. Number 12, Malaya Castro. Number 14, Ashlyn Barunda. And number 20, Elizabeth Buendia. For the Lady Cats, it's get off to a fast start tonight and then see what happens. Hang on till the end. So as it'll be Luck taking the jump against Barunda, we are ready to go from here at Ground Zero in Roswell, and the opening tip controlled by the Lady Rockets, and coming in, going underneath and quickly up and in. 2 quick points for Eden Chavira, and it'll be the Lady Rockets striking first. So Buendia into the front court, goes under and gets it tipped and goes out of bounds off of her hands. One thing watching the JV game, these Goddard Lady Rockets are going to press the entire game. Full court pressure for their defense. And so the inbound will come into Cannon, and she'll take it into the front court, hand it off, and then they'll just work it around to Buck. Buck flips it to the free throw line, then he'll get it back from Royo, and a bad pass, but going to be saved by Chavira. Chavira dribbles out and then travels. Took a couple extra steps, so a turnover for the Lady Rockets. Just underway from here in Roswell at Goddard High School. It is 2-0 in favor of the Rockets. So into the front court come the Lady Cats, handing it off to Barunda. Now they'll give it off. Lined up in the hands of Buendia. Toss it out to Castro. That's Myra. Then around to Aranda. Aubrey drives into the blocks and travels before she can get it stripped away. 2 possessions and 2 turnovers for the Lovington Lady Cats. So into the hands of the Lady Rockets. And it'll be Cannon who will bring it into the front court. Just underway, a minute gone here in the first. Toss it over to Royo, then get it to the free throw line. Try to throw the fastball underneath to Luck, and it's going to be knocked away. Good defense underneath by Barunda and by Buendia. But it'll stay in the hands of the Lady Rockets. Arroyo to inbound from left of her own bucket. She'll toss it in top of the arc to Buck. Then work it around to Chavita. Chavita takes it to the right base, and they're going to call the palm ball. So Goddard will turn it over for the second time. So now Lovington will have their third opportunity. Trailing 2-0. A minute 10 gone here in the first. Lovington with the basketball into the front court. Buendia goes behind the back under deep pressure from Cannon. Hand it off to Barunda. She'll work it around into the paint, then kick it into the corner. Myra leaves it out for Barunda. Three-pointer on the way, right wing. It is off the glass. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, and last touched by Cannon. It'll be Lovington basketball. Lovington going to have to fight for every board. They give up a little size, especially with Luck underneath. So Buendia will get it to the free throw line. Aranda to the right block, off the glass, not going to fall, and will go out of bounds, and they're going to say Barunda touched it last. Lovington with a couple of good looks there, but not able to capitalize. So back into the hands of the Lady Rockets with 6:20 remaining here in the first. A 2-0 lead. Toss it around, try and get it inside. Tipped away, and a turnover forced by the Lady Cats. Good zone defense. To Buendia, she'll bring it across the timeline. Goes through the lane, an underhand scoop shot, and up and in for Liz. Ties it up at 2 apiece. Quickly down are the Rockets. Cannon tossing it over to Chavita. She's just going to back it up. I will apologize in advance for the shoddy camera work. They try the high inlet pass into the baseline to Luck. She'll put up a shot. It'll touch the front of the iron and then come off into the front and into the hands of Myra Castro. Buendia back across the timeline. Drives it down. Kick it over to Malaya. She'll lean in and somehow gets it to fall. Castro gives Lovington the 4-2 lead. 5.5 to go here in the first. Lovington goes in a 1-1-3 zone look. They'll move it over, feed it in to the free throw line with Buck. She'll put it up from there. Not going to fall, and underneath, and the rebound made by Barunda. Ashland's first. Lovington up by 2, 4-2, 5:15 to go. Buendia to the front court. Backs it up, works against Cannon. Finds a little room, then she'll hand it off to Aranda. Now over to Myra, who tosses it to a cutting Buendia, and she is, contact underneath, no call, and the rebound brought down by Goddard, and back the other way, and a shot put up. That one no good, and a rebound by Castro, who quickly runs it down. Malaya will toss it off to Buendia, loses it off of the hands and into Buck, and then a bad pass back the other way. Right now, the teams trade turnovers. Lovington going to try and settle things down with 4.5 to go here in the first and a 4-2 lead. Handed off to Malaya, drives through the lane, tries the underhand scoop, and contact made, no call. She gets her own rebound, puts up her putback, and finally it'll be Buck who comes away with it for the Lady Rockets. 4:20 remaining in the first. To Chavita, to Luck at the free throw line, underneath to a wide open Buck, and she'll get the bucket and the foul. Lovington faithful not liking that one, but Buck will get the call and the and one opportunity. Ties it up at 4 apiece, and they're going to get Buendia for her first personal. As Salcido will check into the ball game for Lovington, go in for Barunda. Reinforcements coming in for Goddard. So Buck at the line for the and one. Bends the knees, goes for 3 the old-fashioned way, and it is good. And Goddard back up now by a score of 5-4. Full court pressure defense is on. They'll get it into Buendia. They're going to try and trap her up. She'll have to push it back to Myra on the paint. They'll break it. Aranda gets into the front court. Lovington tosses underneath. Salcido, nice little hesitation move, and Erlin gets it to drop. Lovington back up now 6-5 as they will drop back in defense at the halfway mark of this fast-moving first quarter. It'll be Goddard basketball as they set the screen. Cannon thinks about the three. He'll get it to Chavira in the deep right corner. She'll cycle it around now, take it to the right elbow. 15-footer up and won't fall, and it'll be Malaya with her third rebound of this first quarter. Malaya turns on the Jets and will take it back in to the front court. Uses up the dribble and will get it to Buendia. Elizabeth drives into the paint. Underhand scoop. That one is going to be off the glass, and it'll be Pirtle who comes down with the rebound, one of the subs who checked in for Goddard. He'll push it down. Chavira going to drive it to the left baseline. Toss it out. Pirtle, 12-footer. That one is going to go off the mark, and it'll be Chavira with the rebound. She'll toss it out and reset with Cannon. Uses up the dribble. Then a three-pointer on the way for Chavira. That one no good and out of bounds as Hatch knocks it out. It'll be Lovington basketball. 3:08 to go, and now Abigail Schaus will check in as Myra will head to the bench and take a deep breath. Buendia, Malaya Castro, Aubrey Aranda, Erlin Salcido, and Abigail Schaus on the floor for your Lovington Lady Cats. And a quick block foul going to be called on Chavira, her first personal, first team foul on Goddard. The Lovington faithful kind of hollering, hey, where was that when we were taking shots at the basket? As Aranda will inbound it from just left of her own bench. Hits it in under full court pressure to Castro and loses the basketball. Fourth turnover for the Lady Cats. Cannon will take it herself. Clanks it off the bottom of the iron. Another rebound for Malaya. She'll toss it to Aubrey, who turns on the Jets and will get it into the offensive zone for Lovington. Throw the fastball into Erlin. Loses the basketball as Pirtle will take it away from her. Fifth turnover for Lovington. 6-5, Lady Cats in the lead. And are going to have to find a way to take care of the pressure as Cannon into the front court, swings it to Chavita in the left wing. Toss it over to Luck. Almost loses the basketball. Good pressure by Buendia, trying to throw it inside and stolen away by the Lady Cats. Aranda gets it, and she'll take it into the front court. Give it off to Buendia. Penetrates the paint. Underhand scoop off the glass and up and good for Elizabeth. Her fourth point of the ball game. Now 8-5 in favor of Lovington. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in a fast-moving first quarter as Cannon into the front court. Cannon hands it to Chavita and pushes it out to Pirtle on the far side. Thinking about the long three is Royo back in the ball game. She'll take it on a little screen from Pirtle. Uses up the dribble to Chavira. Out of the free throw line and around, and a three on the way, in and out for Cannon. Fight for the rebound. Luck with it. Her putback won't go. And the ball loose on the floor, and it'll be Salcido who comes away with it. So Lovington back the other way and put up a shot, not going to fall, and a fight for it, and Erlin will come up with another rebound, her second. So Lovington will reset after the missed shot attempt. 1:20 remaining in the first. 8-5, Lovington with a three-point lead. Buendia works against Royo and will hand it off to Aranda. Aubrey flips it out. Far side to Salcido, who dribbles over. Aubrey will take it to the right base, put up the hook. Gets her own rebound and gets the roll. The putback is good. Aubrey, her first points of the ball game, and Lovington doubling up Goddard right now, 10-5. Lovington fighting hard, and it shows on the scoreboard. Can they maintain it the whole game? Throw it underneath to a wide open Royo, and she will come through the back door and get it up and in. 10-7, Lovington in the lead. 40 seconds to go. Buendia to the front court. Almost loses it. Corrals it in the far side. Gets it to Schaus, who's just going to have to toss it back out. Lovington resets to Malaya, who works against Royo, and Malaya just going to back it up. Going to direct traffic. Telling Aranda, come over. Need a little help here. Cycles it. They throw it to Buendia, but Salcido was there to save it as it was off the mark. Give it back to Elizabeth with 17 seconds to go. 10-7, Lovington in the lead, and Buendia runs through and can't get it to go. And Luck will have her second rebound, and they'll break it down with Royo, and her shot is up and good. Now it is 10-9 in favor of your Lovington Lady Cats. At the buzzer, a long buzzer beater shot. No good, but we have played one from here at Roswell Goddard. It is Lovington 10, Goddard 9. We'll be back as Lady Cat basketball continues from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional man welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Goddard High as the Lovington Lady Cats lead after one, 10-9. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo. It'll be Lovington basketball as we start this second quarter. Fast moving first as Audrey Alexander will check in, and she will inbound it. Gets it to Buendia in the backcourt. Takes it up under tight pressure from Cannon. And a travel called on Buendia. I didn't see that one. 6 turnover for Lovington. 5 for Goddard. These two teams have played a very even first half. Lovington 9 rebounds in the first quarter. Goddard had 8. And Lovington leading by 1 on the scoreboard. To the front court comes Cannon for the Rockets. Gets a little screen, tosses it into the deep right corner for Buck. 3 on the way. That one is going to be off the mark. Comes through. Is going to wind up with her own rebound. Pushes it over. Cannon for 3 in the left corner. That one is in and out. Off of the tip. Luck with it, and she will get the rebound, but her putback won't go. Her third. And finally, Lovington comes away with it. Barunda. And coming down, it'll be Buendia. And Cannon goes to the floor, and a three-point shot, and bang! Elizabeth Buendia, her 7th point of the ball game, and Lovington strikes first here in the second. 13-9, a 4-point lead for the Lady Cats as Goddard will take it in. They will push it over to Hatch, who pulls the 17-foot trigger, and she'll get one to fall. Makes it 13-11, a 2-point Lovington lead. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. To Alexander, her three-pointer no good, and the rebound put down and brought down by Cannon off the long bounce. Push it forward to Hatch. Oh, that should have been a travel. Not called as they'll get it back to Cannon. Now over and a long two-pointer up. No good, and into the hands of Barunda, her third. Barunda almost loses it. Under pressure, needs some help as she's getting beat up on by Royo. Finally, Buendia will come over. They're letting a lot of contact go in this one. Not going to complain. It's really going both ways. Right now, just 2 fouls called as Buendia works against Cannon, gives it off to Alexander, who scoops it off the floor. It'll bring it to the near side. Audrey works against Hatch, picks up the dribble, and will give it to Buendia. Loses it through her legs, gets it back. She'll toss it into the deep left corner. Barunda head fake, drives in on the left base. Put it up and in on the little oop-de-oop. 2 points in the ballgame for Barunda, and it's now 15-11 for Lovington. 6 minutes remaining, first half. 15-11, Lovington in the lead as Cannon will direct traffic. She'll toss it near side. Royo thinks about the WNBA 3, and then we'll get it to Hatch in the deep left corner. Lovington giving them a little bit of room. Hatch will drive it, bounce it. Right corner, little head fake by Buck, and she'll take it into the right block and put up a shot, gets her own rebound, then gets it stripped away. It is loose on the floor, and Lovington back down with it as Barunda takes it coast to coast, and Ashland will lay it up and in. 17-11, a 6-point Lovington lead, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Chris Roybal as his team now trails by 6, 5.5 to go here in the first. Well, he's going to make it a full, but we'll still just keep it right here. Say a big thanks to all the good folks who make Lovington Lady Cat basketball possible, including the First American Bank of Lovington, Nowell Pharmacy, Devon Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, and Stone Oilfield Services. I'm TJ Miracle. Of course, doubleheader night tonight. Girls playing first and leading here not quite halfway through the second period, 17-11. About 20 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1, we'll have Game 2 as the Lovington boys look to lock up second place in the first half of the district season against the Goddard Rockets. That'll be around 7:30 or so this evening. But we've got a good one here tonight on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and on the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. Of course, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, $100 out of my pocket, not coming from the stations, not coming from the sponsors. I want to reward you and say thank you for being a subscriber. So subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and tell your family and friends. And, of course, remember, you always get to watch free thanks to those folks that I just named, and that you hear their spots and you see them at the bottom of the screen. So Royo will inbound it to Cannon as we come back out of the timeout, tossing it in, and that one is going to be tipped away, and another turnover forced by the Lady Cats, but it gets picked coming back the other way. Lovington playing very good, just need to occasionally take a deep breath. So Goddard will reset with 5:09 to go in the first. As Buck gets it to Royo. She'll take it to the free throw line, and Malaya picks her up there. Give it back off to Buck, and she'll pull out, go towards the left side. Malaya on her good. A little spin move is going to toss it. Royo deep left corner for three. It's going to be an air ball, and Myra will come away with it and head down. She'll cross it into the offensive zone, push it to Malaya on the near side. Malaya right wing for three. That one is going to be off the mark. Ashlyn with the rebound. Her putback won't fall. Fight for it, and Aranda with the rebound. Gets her own rebound after the putback. That one won't fall. Salcido with it. Won't go. Ashlyn with another one. Good gravy. We had 4 opportunities at it and couldn't get one to go. Cannon with the Hail Mary down to the other end, and Royo puts up a shot. Won't go. And the rebound, no rebound called, as Erlyn Salcido going to get whistled for her first personal. Just the second team foul on Lovington. And Royo to the line. Good grief. 4 or 5 looks at the basket, but not able to get one to go as Royo for 2, and that one high off the glass and banks it home. Royo with 5 will lead the charge for the Lady Rockets. 17-12. So Royo gets the first. She'll eye the second. 4:25 to go here in the first half. Royo's second is up and gets the roll on that one. Oh, now it'll be 17-13 Lovington. Malaya will run the point. Takes it into the offensive zone for the Lady Cats. Just going to take it herself. Goes in on the right block and the right lane and up and in for Castro. There's Castro, the leading scorer right now for Lovington on the season. Cannon back the other way. Picks up the dribble, and Malaya going to pick it off. Forces another turnover and down, and a whistle sounds, and it'll be on the floor. Frustration foul on Goddard. Just their second foul called. And they're going to whistle that one on Sarah Royo, her first personal. Second team foul is on the floor, and so Myra will inbound it from just underneath my broadcast location. 3:58 to go here in the first half. Lovington up 19-13. Buendia checking into the ball game. Toss it around to Malaya. She will drive in against Pirtle. Puts up a little underhand scoop. Not going to fall, and a wild one. The ball loose out on the court. And a long rebound going to be brought down by Chavita, her second. And a travel going to be called on Goddard. That is their 9th turnover of the ball game. And back into the hands of Lovington. So the Lady Cats trying to get back to 500 on the season. As Addison Luck will check in for Goddard. Lovington basketball as Malaya inbounds it to Buendia. Elizabeth brings it across the timeline right on the big rocket at center court. Throw it in to Myra, out to Malaya. Three-pointer right wing. That one is off the mark. And it'll be Pirtle with the rebound, but she is going to be tied up by Barunda. Or are they going to get Ashlyn for a foul? Are you kidding me? Yep, they're going to get a hold on Ashlyn. That'll be her first personal. Third team foul on Lovington. Wow. I thought she had her tied up, but I guess she got arm instead of ball. So back down comes the Lady Rockets. They'll flip the high one into Addison Luck, and saved and tossed away. Nice job for Lovington as Barunda. Great body control to push that one out, and then a great save by Buendia. Buendia takes it coast to coast, and wow, they are going to call a charge? Wow. Okay. Second personal on Buendia. I didn't think Pirtle had the feet set, but I'm not sitting right there on it. So 3:09 to go here in the first half. 19-13 Lovington in the lead. And the inbound to Chavira. It'll be Goddard basketball after the charge. 8 turnover for Lovington. Chavira Tosses it in, knocked away, stolen away. 11th turnover forced by the Lady Cats. To Castro as Malaya coast to coast and count the bucket and the foul. 6 points for Malaya Castro, and she'll head to the line to shoot the free throw. First free throw of the ball game as they whistle Chavira for that one. Her second personal, third team foul on Goddard. So Lovington has forced 11 turnovers and has managed to convert, I want to say, on 4 or 5 of them. 21-13. Malaya with the free throw is up and good. First free throw opportunity of the evening for Lovington, and Malaya makes it count. 22-13, 2:48 to go here in the first. Lovington in the lead. Bounce it to Pirtle at the free throw line. Try the high inlet pass to the low post, and Luck will turn around, and Buendia going to be whistled for her third personal. 5th team foul on Lovington. All of a sudden, they've figured out they can call fouls underneath, I guess. Pardon me. So Luck at the line. Her first one is up and gets it to go. Now 22-14, Lovington. Still, though, with the 8-point lead as Erlyn Salcido will come into the ball game. With Buendia going to have to sit with 3 fouls and a little bit of foul trouble here. Reinforcements coming in for Goddard as Royo and Hatch back into the ball game for Pirtle and Buck. So Luck made the first. Now she'll eye the second. Puts it up, and that one is going to go in and out, and the rebound by Aranda, her 4th. Lovington with the quick pass. Gets it to Malaya. To the front court. Gets bumped by Hatch. No call. Throws it underneath, and a wild fight for it as it's loose on the floor, and Cannon going to come away with it. So a 4th rebound for Cannon. Lovington trying to draw contact, and I thought did, but no call the other way. So into Luck in the low post and in the right baseline. Luck will throw it up and get it to fall. Now it's 22-16. Lovington still in the lead, but can't afford to go to sleep. And a bad pass into the middle is going to be stolen away by Hatch. 9th turnover for Lovington. Under 2 to play in a fast-moving first half. 6-point Lovington lead. Schaus will check in at the next dead ball. Cannon to the front court to Royo as Malaya picks her up. In just in front of the free throw line, short arming it. But putting it in, and it'll be Luck. Gets it knocked away from her, but they'll reset as Hatch is there to save it. To the top of the arc, Royo, and took an extra step and traveled. 12th turnover now for Goddard. So Lovington up by 6 with 95 seconds to go here in the first half. Lovington basketball on the inbound. Myra to Malaya. Move it forward to Aranda. They'll break the press. Aubrey to the front court. Throw the high inlet pass and stolen away. 10th turnover trying to get Schaus, but threw it too low and right into the breadbasket of Luck. So down come the Lady Rockets. Chavira, slipping and sliding. Gives it off to Hatch before the travel is called. Top of the arc, a little head fake. Now back out. Hatch right wing for 3, and that one is off the mark. Erlyn will have her 4th rebound of the first half. With 1 minute to go, and a foul going to be whistled on Royo. That'll be her 2nd personal, 4th team foul on the block. So 1:01 to go here in the first half. And timeout going to be taken by Chief Bridgeforth. It's a 30, so we'll just keep it right here. Lovington leading 22-16, 1:01 remaining here in this first half of play. Of course, don't forget, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show on the way. Recap the numbers of the first half and give you your Napa keys to the second half. I'm TJ Miracle. Hope you are doing well on this Tuesday night district matchup from here at Goddard. As, of course, game 1 of our district doubleheader tonight. As soon as the girls wrap up, we'll have the boys game for you from here at Ground Zero, what they call the gym here now. Which we appreciate you watching and listening to the Lovington Lady Cats and Wildcats around southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. So it'll be Castro, Aranda, Schaus, and Salcido on the floor for the Lady Cats. Malaya with it. Pushes out to Schaus, top of the arc. She works against Luck. And just dribble it, throws it over, and a bad pass. Kind of a lazy one. Picked off by Cannon, and she will take it coast to coast and put it up and count the bucket and the foul. Got to be crisper with those passes, and so it'll count the bucket, and the push foul going to be called on Malaya. Her first personal, 6-team foul on Lovington. But it gives Goddard a chance to chip into the lead a little bit more. So Cannon to the line, her first trip to the stripe. Talked about it at the pregame show. Let Portales have way too many free throws as Cannon will get that one to go. And now 22-19, what was once an 8-point lead has been whittled to just a 3-pointer as Buendia will check into the ball game for Lovington. 44 seconds to go. Liz going to have to be careful out there with 3 fouls as Schaus comes out of the ball game. Oh, it'll be Myra to inbound, pushes it into Malaya. Makes a nifty little move, and she'll take it up against pressure from Royo into the offensive zone. Now they try and trap her up, try and knock it away. Malaya with it, tosses over to Buendia, knocked away, and you are kidding me. They are going to whistle Buendia for a 4th foul. Wow. Buendia, I guess it's okay if the team in white gets physical, but not the team in blue. And we'll just leave it at that. And so that will be a turnover for Lovington. They're 12th, and it will put Goddard in the bonus. Buendia going to have to sit for much of the second half now as Cannon to the line where she is 1 of 1. Aubrey Alexander checks into the ball game as Buendia going to have to go sit. She's asking, boy, I don't know what I did on that one. I'm right there with you, Liz. Now Cannon at the line for the 1-and-1, gets the front end of it to go and knocks it down to just a 2-point Lovington lead. Now Alexander, Aranda, Castro, and Salcido on the floor for the Lady Cats. They've gone silent about the last 3.5 minutes of clock time. So Cannon got the first, puts up the second, and gets them both. Now just a 1-point Lovington lead. Full court pressure is on. Malaya needs help, and Cannon steals it away and then is going to be blocked as she tries to shoot it, and they are going to call the charge. Finally, going something the other way on Chavira. Her 3rd personal, 5th team foul on Goddard. That'll be their 13th turnover. So 25 seconds to go. Lovington needs to find a way to break the pressure and break it fairly quickly. As now Hatch will check in. Chavira going to have to sit with 25 seconds to go. Chief Bridgeforth barking out where they need to go and what they need to do to Salcido. And she'll actually control it and get it into the front court. Erlin almost gets it picked. How did that not draw contact? Out to Castro and bang! Malaya drains the tray. Makes it 25-21. Back to a 4-point Lovington lead. 10 seconds to go as Cannon finally crosses the timeline under pressure from Aranda. Luck sets the screen and a 3-pointer up, and Salcido at the buzzer gets the rebound, and we have played a half here at Goddard High. It's Lovington 21, or rather Lovington leading 25, Goddard 21. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. This is Wildcat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcacnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. And welcome to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from here at Roswell Goddard High. Lovington 25 and the Lady Rockets of Goddard 21. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We'll start with Goddard. Their leading scorer right now is Sarah Oyo. She's got 6 points. 5 points in the book for Erica Cannon. 3 points Addison Luck. 3 points Ashley Buck. Then a bucket for Eden Chavira and Clara Hatch. Goddard goes 7 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half. Their leading rebounders right now, Buck, Luck, and Cannon, each with 4 apiece. 17 rebounds as a squad for the Goddard Lady Rockets. They had 13 turnovers in the first half, scored 9 points in the first, 12 in the second. That's how they get to their 21 on the board. For your Lovington Lady Cats, Malaya Castro leads Lovington. Double digits in the first half. She had 10 points in that first half. Buendia trailing with 7. Then you got 4 points in the book for Ashlyn Barunda. Then 2 points Aubrey Aranda. 2 points for Erlyn Salcido. Barunda and Salcido each with 5 rebounds in that first half. Lovington leading the rebounding battle as they had 20 collectively as a team. Only had 1 opportunity on an and 1 at the free throw line, and Castro made it, so she is 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. And 13 turnovers for Lovington in that first half. 10 points in the first for the Lady Cats, 15 in the second. That's how they get to their 25 on the board. 25-21 is the score. Great to have you with us here as the boys now out on the court doing a little warming up. Of course, their game will be about 15-20 minutes after the conclusion of the girls' game. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. If you're the Lovington Lady Cats, you've done a nice job so far, but you've got to put together a complete game. You know that Goddard is going to make some adjustments. Lovington has done a pretty nice job of breaking the press, and they've pretty much been facing it the whole game. Lovington, again, just keep breaking the press like you've been doing. Keep some assistance around when they try and trap you up, and make the turnovers count. You cannot get flustered. I think a little bit towards the end of that first half, some of the Lady Cats getting a little bit flustered about the calls or lack thereof that they were facing, especially Buendia, who picked up 4 quick fouls in that first half, and so she's going to have to sit for much of the second half. They definitely need her leadership on the floor, but they can't have her out there playing timid. So I have a feeling Coach Chief Bridgeforth just going to have to sit her for the entire third and a pretty good portion of the fourth. But you can't let that rattle you. You've got to have another girl step up and take her place out there. Salcido and Barunda have been doing a fantastic job on the boards. They've got to continue to fight underneath. And when you have those opportunities, Lovington at one point had 4 point-blank opportunities, couldn't get any of them to go. A lot of contact under there that was not called, but you can't let that bother you. If you're that close, you've got to find a way to make at least one of those baskets fall. And you can't. One thing you do want to do, too, is find your offensive rhythm and consistency, and you've got to keep it up. They had a period there, about 3 minutes in that second quarter, where really they just couldn't buy a bucket and didn't really have an answer for anything that Goddard was doing, and let them chip back to within 1. And then Lovington, 2 quick buckets at the end, got it back out to this 4-point lead at the half. So the Lovington Lady Cats doing what they need to do in the first half. Now they're going to have to do the exact same thing in the second to get out of here at 500 on the season and with their first win in district. But something tells me they will have the firepower to do it with this Lady Cat squad. Part of being a young team, they've got to learn how to win. So you might as well learn here at Ground Zero in Roswell. Some of the best games we've seen over the last decade or so have been in this gym, boys and girls alike. So our score at halftime, Lovington 25, Goddard 21. We'll come back for the start of the second half. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, go get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, proud supporters of the Lovington Lady Cats and Wildcats. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Back here in Roswell at Goddard High School, start of the second half. Lovington up 25-21 over the Lady Rockets. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. It'll be Goddard basketball as we start the second half. Lovington going to come out, put on some pressure. Royo will take it in front of her own bench, picks it up, tries to throw it inside. Cannon is there to save it. She'll scoot it out to Hatch on the right wing. She'll put up a shot, no good, and Aranda has her 5th rebound of the ball game. So Lovington doing a nice job still on the boards. We talked about that as one of the keys. So Malaya left wing for 3. That one is too hard off the iron, and it'll be Myra with her 3rd rebound. Myra keeps it herself, tosses back out to Malaya, who's just going to back it up between the rings. Malaya going to try and settle things down. 30 seconds gone here in the third. Malaya hands it off to Salcido. Salcido going to give it to Aranda. Finds a little seam, goes in on the right lane, and her shot no good, and Buck has her 5th rebound of the ball game. Push it forward to Cannon, and out of her reach and out of bounds. 14th turnover for Goddard. So back to Lovington. Got to take advantage of the turnovers when you get them. Did a good job of that in the first half. So a minute gone here in the third. No score change. 25-21 Lovington in the lead, but they're going to try and change that here. Aranda under pressure from Cannon. Hand it back off to Malaya. As Malaya gets a screen from Borunda, and then they're going to say she traveled. I never saw her quit dribbling, but okay. 14th turnover for the Lady Cats. So it'll be Goddard basketball as Royo will inbound it from just left of her own, or rather the Lovington bench. So gives it to Cannon. And Aranda going to pick her up just as she crosses the timeline. Cannon picks up the dribble to Luck, throw it into Hatch, swatted away by Borunda. Ashland going to take it coast to coast and lays it in. Borunda forces the turnover and then gets the point. 6 points for Borunda in the ball game, and Lovington strikes first. 27-21, 6.5 remaining in the third. As now it'll be Buck controlling. She'll push it over to Hatch in the left corner, trying the high pass and overthrows and into the hands of Myra Castro. Another turnover forced. Lovington down, Myra with it. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Malaya. Wide open look, top of the arc for three, and that one is going to be off the mark, and it'll be Luck with her 5th rebound of the ball game. As back down comes the Lady Rockets of Goddard. It'll be Cannon who flips it around, and another takeaway as Malaya knocks it away but can't hang on to it. So no turnover, and it stays Goddard basketball in their offensive end. Of course, we swapped into the court. So now Goddard basketball. Cannon to, that's Buck. Into Royo, working the right wing, throw it up, and it'll be tipped away by Aranda. Aubrey will take it after forcing the turnover, but she's going to lose it back the other way. 17 turnovers for Goddard, 15 now for Lovington. Push it over, now try and get it into Luck, and she and Salcido going to fight hard and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Erlin. 27-21, 6-point lead for the Lady Cats. 5:20 to go here in the third. So trying to get it in, and will right at the 5 count to Cannon, 17-footer right wing. That one is off the mark, and wow, Cannon going to get her own rebound off a bump that wasn't called. She'll put up a wild shot, no good, and Myra fighting for it with Luck, and Luck goes over the back. They don't call it, but she touches it last. It'll be Lovington basketball. So now Elizabeth Buendia going to check back in for Aubrey Aranda. Buendia going to have to be careful. She's out there with 4 fouls. Myra to Malaya, right back to Myra, turns on the Jets, takes it into the offensive zone, pushes back to Buendia. Buendia swings it out to Castro. Malaya, a little 10-foot floater, and that one is going to be off the mark. And wow, how is that not a push in the back by Hatch? But they don't call it, and it'll be Goddard basketball. All right, so the inbound will come in for the Lady Rockets. That'll be Cannon from Buck as the Lovington faithful kind of groaning about the push that wasn't called. To Hatch in the deep right corner. Throw it underneath. Royo got snuck in the back door and puts it up and in. 8 points for Royo. And it's back to a 5-point Lovington lead. Full court press is on. Push it forward to Borunda. Ashland to the front court. Throws it to a wide open Salcido right under the bucket, and Erlin will make them pay. 4 points for Salcido in the ballgame. 29-23 for the Lady Cats. Cannon on the offense. They try the high inlet and stolen away. Once again, nice job underneath by the Lady Cats. They keep going, trying to go to the low post to Luck. And this is where their size matches up pretty good, especially with Borunda. Lovington back down to Castro. Weaves through traffic to Salcido. She runs into Luck, then get it to Buendia. A little head fake. Picks up her dribble, needs some help. So she's going to have to toss it high, and going back and corralling it before it crosses the timeline is Castro. Malaya to Myra. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. 29-23, Lovington in the lead. Trying to get their first district win to Malaya, and she's going to be blocked out underneath by Luck. Didn't get the shot off, so it'll be a turnover. But back the other way, a bad pass. Lovington will take it right back. Buendia from the right elbow, step back jumper, and put it down. 9 points for Buendia. And that'll make it 31-23, and timeout going to be taken by Goddard. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Lady Wildcat basketball continues on New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball out of the Goddard timeout. Lovington is leading this one 31-23 on a 6-2 run to start this third quarter. 3:25 remaining in the half. And it will be Goddard basketball as we will get back to the action. So Lovington back up by 8, ties their biggest lead of the ball game. As it'll be Royo, Cannon, Luck, Chavira, and Hatch on the floor for Goddard. It'll be Castro, Salcido, Barunda, and Buendia on the floor for Lovington as they'll get it to Royo to the right block. Now toss it out top of the arc. Chavira thinks about the three and will take it into the left block. Rebound will be made by Cannon, her 6th, and now they're going to call jump ball and Lovington basketball. Lovington forces the 20th turnover of the ball game on the Lady Rockets. And with 3:04 remaining here in the quarter, Lovington leading 31-23. Pressure is on. They'll get it to Barunda. Ashlyn throws it over to Myra. 15-footer from the right corner and gets it to bounce home. Myra's first bucket of the ball game comes at a good time. 10 points up now for the Lady Cats, their biggest lead of the ball game. 2:44 to go in the quarter. Give it to Luck at the free throw line. Now they'll get it out to Royo. Throw the high inlet to Hatch. Throws it back out, and Buendia is there to take it away and steal it away. Liz comes back down for Lovington. Cycles through traffic and has to hand it off to Malaya. Malaya, though, kicks it off her foot and back into the hands of the Lady Rockets. Hatch on the run. She'll force the turnover, then take it coast to coast. She's got 4 points in the ball game. 33-25. Lovington still up by 8. Push it forward. Get it to Barunda. Goes in against Luck and is going to be fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor, though. They're going to call the block on Luck. Her first personal. Just the first team foul on Goddard in the half. And with 2:08 remaining here in the quarter, Ashlyn will check out. Aubrey Aranda checks back in. Luck and Hatch check out for Goddard, and Pirtle and Buck will check in for the Lady Rockets. Buendia to inbound it from right of her own bucket. Tosses in to Aranda, gets bumped, no call, and Aubrey's shot no good, but it'll be Malaya with her 5th rebound of the ball game. Reset it to Buendia. Drives in, throws it underneath, bad pass. She had the lane, not sure why she didn't take the shot. Trying to get it to Salcido. And instead, it'll be in the hands of the Lady Rockets. Cannon for 3 in the right corner. Her shot no good. Pirtle there with the rebound and the putback. Pirtle's first bucket of the ball game. So now 33-27. Buendia jump stop into the front court. And she will control it. 90 seconds remaining here in the third. Lovington up 33-27. Fakes the handoff to Myra. Uses up her dribble. Throws it in to Salcido. Erlin trying to push it out to Aranda and out of bounds. And that'll be turnover number 19 for the Lady Cats. 1:23 to go here in the third. And it'll be Schaus checking in and also Alexander coming in for Lovington as Buendia and Salcido going to go head over to the bench. So Schaus going to be battling with Luck underneath. You've got to think they're going to try and go to the low post with her again. So Cannon into the offensive zone. Gets a little screen from Royo, then pushes it over to Royo. Now they'll get it to Luck. Throws the fastball back out near center court. Royo uses the dribble. Throw it high in. And a 15-footer on the way. Fight for the rebound and coming up with it. Actually, no rebound before we've got a foul called. Who are they going to call it on? Is it going to be on us or on them? They're going to call a hold. Now they're going to call Schaus for a hold. Her first personal, first team foul. So it'll stay Goddard basketball. 1 minute remaining as the inbound comes in to Buck. Her shot is off the mark. Schaus fighting for it, but gets it stripped away, and it'll wind up in the hands of Royo. She'll step back and put up a 3-ball, and it is good. 11 make that 12 points now for Royo, and it's a 3-point ball game. To Aranda, tosses it high into Schaus, and she's going to get mugged underneath. Question is on Lux going, what did I do? Well, you can't tackle somebody. And they're going to call that actually on Royo, her third personal, second team foul. And they're saying that that's on the floor. 41 seconds to go, 33-29 is the score. So they're going to say that was just a 2-point shot a moment ago for Royo. The win, Lovington almost losing it. Getting it back will be Castro. Myra, the high inlet pass, but Luck is just going to get positioning and take it away from Schaus. They'll throw the fastball down to Royo, and she'll put it up. No good, and a wild scramble for it. And they're going to call the jump ball, and it'll be Goddard basketball as Royo comes in, throws elbows, just rips it out of the hands of Castro. And so Goddard will keep the basketball. 26 seconds to go. Lovington up by 4, 33-29. And getting it in right at the 5 count. And corralling it will be Buck back almost at center court. So she'll walk it around. I think maybe they're going to think about playing for the last shot. Buck takes it in as Schaus will knock it away and into the hands of Audrey Alexander. Audrey will just keep it herself. Picks up the dribble and couldn't pass it off. As Coach Bridford tells her, you got to get it before you start sliding to the stop. 21st turnover for Lovington, 33-29. Lady Cats in the lead, but Goddard fighting back. Oh, inbounding will be Royo. Gets it to Cannon with 9, with 8, with 7. Aranda gets screened out by Luck. Cannon, top of the arc, slides it over to the right side. A three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. And we head to the fourth. Lovington in the lead, 33-29 over Goddard. Lady Cat basketball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back. Barunda puts up the three-pointer, and it is off the mark, but the rebound made by Aranda. Back for the fourth, trying to get it inside as Ashland fights through it, and they are going to call jump ball, and it'll be Goddard basketball. Wow. So another turnover against the Lady Cats, but they lead this one 33-29 as the Lovington faithful are going, hey, wait a minute, last jump ball was theirs. How come they get it back again? So Lovington up by 4. We are 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. I'm TJ Miracle. Tossing it around. They'll get it into Pirtle at the free throw line, trying to get it into Luck, and stolen away and swatted away by the Lady Cats. Nice job. They have gone to Luck all game, and Lovington has done a great job keeping it away from them. To the front court, behind the back, Buendia gets it over to Myra, to the corner. Malaya left corner for three, and that one is off the mark. And the rebound by Pirtle, her fifth. She'll leave it off for Cannon, who turns on the Jets, gets it into the front court. 16-footer top of the arc. That one no good, over the back. No call, and Malaya, though, comes away with the rebound. Her six, Malaya and Cannon collide, and the foul going to be called on Cannon. That'll be her first personal, just the third team foul on Goddard, and they're saying it's on the floor. So it'll stay Lovington basketball. Castro, Aranda, Buendia, and Barunda on the floor for your Lady Cats. And Hatch checks in, so you've got Hatch, Luck, Royo, Cannon, and Buck on the floor for the Goddard Lady Rockets. High inlet comes to Barunda. They'll get it around to Aranda, takes it to the free throw line, hands it off to Buendia. Drives in, and yep, she traveled on that one. That'll be turnover number 23 on the Lady Cats. Still leading, though, by 4. This is the danger time. This is where things slipped away from them against Portales on Friday night. They'll throw it to the free throw line. Hatch with a wide open look from there, and it is in and out, and the rebound by Buendia. That's her first. A little surprising, but she's been in foul trouble a lot of the ball game. So Buendia will take it back down and crosses into the offensive zone. Hand it off to Myra, who takes it from the right to the left, and then give it to Malaya between the rings. Then back to Buendia, but Royo just goes through the screen and right on her. So Malaya going to weave through traffic, splits through two, and puts up her shot. It's off the glass. Not going to fall, but she'll be fouled. And they're going to whistle that one on Cannon. That'll be a hold. That'll be her second personal, fourth team foul. And so Malaya Castro at the line with a chance to shoot two. Malaya, her second trip to the line tonight, and just the second trip for the Wildcats tonight at the stripe. As Malaya puts up the first and gets it to go, and Lovington breaks the ice on this fourth quarter. Now back up by 5, 34-29. Erlyn Salcido waits to check in for Lovington. She'll come in for Myra. 6:04 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 34. Goddard 29. Malaya at the line, 11 points, leads the Lady Cats. Second shot on the way for Castro and gets them both to fall. 12 points for Malaya, and she leads all scores. Little pressure for Lovington. They'll get it into the offensive zone, trying to get the high one into Luck. They'll finally make it work in the low post, and she'll just turn around. And basically, if it was a slam possibility, she probably would have. But gets the points, so 35-31. Goddard staying right with Lovington. Lovington back down with Buendia. Almost picked off, and Cannon will pick it off, but then she is going to step on the line. So the teams trade turnovers, and it'll be Lovington basketball in front of their own bench. Buendia, Aranda, Castro, Barunda, and Salcido on the floor for Lovington. You got Chavira, Buck, Luck, Cannon, and Royo on the floor for Goddard. Who toss it in to Malaya. Under pressure from Chavira. She'll just hold it between the rings. 5.5 to go, a 4-point Lovington lead. And that one goes into the backcourt. Another turnover, and Royo is right there, and she'll take it coast to coast, and she'll get the bucket and the foul. Just a frustration foul on Aubrey Aranda's part. So Royo, she'll have her 10th point of the ball game, make it her 12th point of the ball game, and she'll go to the line for 3 the old-fashioned way. Just a frustration. Lovington. So now Royo with a chance to cut it down to a 1-point lead, and that one is going to be off the mark, and it'll be Luck with the rebound, her 6th. They'll get it back to Royo at the free throw line. Now out, and a big swat by Salcido, and out of bounds. Got it to Buck, was going to try and shoot the tray, and Erlyn came over and said, Good swat to knock it away on the block. Now the score stays 35-33. Goddard with the basketball as Buck inbounds it to Luck. We'll give it right back to Buck, who cycles it around and is just going to back it up near the timeline. Settles things down as we click down to the 5-minute mark. Uses up her dribble, now to Royo. Then to the free throw line with Cannon. Drives it over and going to be blocked out by Aranda. Lovington playing tough around the lanes and keeping them out. So now it'll be Buck to inbound it right of her own basket. Pushes it into Cannon, top of the arc, thinks about the three. Goes in and it's going to be blocked by Aranda, and it'll go out of bounds. And wow, I thought Cannon touched that one last, but they're going to say that instead it was Aubrey. So it'll stay Goddard basketball. And the inbound will come from Royo to Buck, who gives it right back to Royo, who slides it over to Chavita. Chavita takes it to the right base, tries to drive in, and whistle sounds. She stepped on the baseline. Turnover number 24 for Goddard. Lovington with 25 in the ball game. So now Hatch going to check in for Goddard. She comes in for Chavita with 4:42 to go here in the fourth. Thanks for being with us tonight here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. As now Goddard going to drop back in his own defense. Buendia into the offensive zone. She works hard against Royo, tossing it in to Barunda. A little turnaround jumper that's partially blocked out, but Salcido is there to save it. Her shot won't fall, and the ball going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Salcido. 4:24 as this game was flowing along like a river with spring melt-off running through it. Now this fourth quarter has kind of started dragging just a little bit as they'll push it over to Royo. They'll get it over to Hatch. Thinks about the three and bounces back out to Royo, and they'll reset. To Buck, to Royo. To the free throw line, then bounce it underneath. Trying to get it into the corner and stolen away by the Lady Cats. Nice job by Aranda. Got the big paw in there and knocked it away. Halfway mark of the fourth quarter. 2-point lead for the Lady Cats. They need to find some offense. Bump, no call. Castro with it. Cycles it. Takes it in. Splits two Lady Rockets and up and in for Malaya. Malaya now with 14 points in the ballgame, and Lovington back up 37-33. 3:30 to go here in this half. 17-footer from Cannon. Her shot up, no good. And it'll be Buendia with the rebound, but it gets stolen away as she pushes it out to Barunda again. Lovington's faithful wanting to call on a bump, not going to get it. Shot put up by Hatch, and it'll be Salcido who will come away with it. Sixth of the game for Erlin. 3:15 remaining in the ballgame. Lovington up by 4. 34-33. Looking to get back to 500 on the season. To Aranda, push it out to Malaya. Wide open look, right wing for three, and didn't get it to go. I thought maybe it did, but instead goes into the hands of Buck, and back down come the Lady Rockets. To Royo, who gives it off to Buck. Back to Royo, trying to get the high inlet to Luck. They will. She'll turn around, and her shot no good, and off the tip, Aranda has her 7th rebound of the ball game. 2.5 minutes to go. Lovington leads by 4. You've got to think if they could get another couple here, it would be a good thing. And Coach Chief Bridgeforth going to take a timeout. Let's see if it's a full or a 60. And it will be a full, so we'll take it with them. This is Lady Cat Basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. The Lady Cats leading 37-33 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game, looking for their first district win and trying to get back to 500 on the season. They win this one, it would put them in a tie. Matter of fact, I believe it would be a three-way tie for second in district. This could be a big confidence boost for the Lady Cats if they can pull this one off. 2.5 to go. Castro into Buendia. Aranda, Barunda, and Salcido on the floor for Lovington. Into the front court comes the Lady Cats. Buendia almost loses it on the poke from Royo. Elizabeth goes behind the back, takes it to the free throw line, pushes it out. Aranda, top of the arc, works it, and is getting harassed by Buck. Back down to Liz, and finally a foul going to be called as Royo picks up her fourth personal, just the fifth team foul. 2:09 remaining in the ball game. Again, Lovington leading 37-33. The Lady Cats have led the entire way in this one and trying to hang on for the district victory. So it'll be Malaya to inbound it, gets it to Aranda. Aubrey throws the fastball. Barunda comes away with it underneath to Erlin, wide open, and Salcido off the glass, up and in. 6 points for Erlin. Now 39-33. Lovington back up by 6. We are under 2 to play. Time is not the friend of the Lady Rockets. As the D-up chant coming from the Lovington faithful in attendance, making some noise. 3 on the way, and it is good. As Buck had the wide-open 3 ball, and she took it, so now it's back to a 3-point ball game. 39-36. As we click down to 90 seconds to go. Buendia goes behind the back, almost loses it, gives it to Malaya. Now to Aranda, gives it back, and they'll reset with Buendia. A little bump by Royo, no call. Moving it around, Liz takes it off of a screen from Barunda, thinks about the 3, then sidearms it in, but it is going to be knocked away, goes into the backcourt, and somehow it'll be Barunda who gets it and then gets tackled by Cannon. How is that not a flagrant? How is that not a flagrant? So that'll be the 6th team foul on Goddard. It'll be Lovington basketball with 1:12 to go. Again, I'll just say, how is that not flagrant? But they have let a lot of contact go in this one. So Lovington basketball, 1:09 remaining. They're up by 3. Buendia, and the block going to be called on Chavita, her 4th personal, 7th team foul. And so now Lovington will head to the line for the 1-and-1. So it'll be Buendia to the line. She's got 9 points in the ball game. Going to try and add to it here. So at the line, Elizabeth Buendia for the 1-and-1. Eyes the first, gets it to go. She's got 10 in the ball game. 40-36, and that makes it a 2-possession game with 1:04 to go. And timeout this time going to be taken by Coach Chris Roybal for the Goddard Rockets. We'll just keep it right here. It is a 30. He's trying to ice the shooter out there. Say a big thanks to the First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Devon Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, and Stone Oilfield Services. Couldn't bring you the video and the audio without the great help and support of those folks. I'm TJ Miracle from here at Goddard High in Roswell. Of course, coming up about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it'll be the Lovington boys taking on the Goddard boys. But we've got a good one here for the girls. Lovington looking for their first district victory. And looking to do it at the expense of Goddard on their home court. So we head back to the free throw line. As Buendia made the first, she'll eye the second. 1:04 remaining in the ball game. Trying to put Lovington up by 5. They are up by 4. 40-36. Liz puts it up and gets it to fall. And now 41-36. 5-point lead for the Lady Cats. Cannon into the offensive zone. He'll give it to Buck. Buck picks up the dribble to Chavita. Long cross-court pass back to Buck. She cycles it around to the left side. Throws the fastball away to Chavita. Hippity hop through the lane. Now back out to Buck. 3-pointer from the right wing. It is off the mark. Ball loose on the floor, and it'll be Malaya with her 7th rebound, pushing it forward to Buendia. Buendia will take it in and be fouled. Cannon comes in and pops her in the back, and so Buendia at the line to shoot 2. 36 seconds to go. Lovington up by 5. This wouldn't ice it if Elizabeth can make both of them, but it would sure help your feelings a mite, as the old saying goes. Buendia puts up the first, and ice water. 42-36, back to a 6-point lead for the Lady Cats. They have definitely left it all out on the court here tonight, no matter how the outcome of this one works out. Second on the way for Buendia, and this gets them both. 43-36. Goddard pushing it down to Cannon. Picks up the dribble and stolen away by Aranda. Aubrey will just take it away from her and bring it into the front court. Now to Buendia, and she's going to get a hug basically from Royo, and that'll do it for Royo. She fouls out of this one with 12 points, 5 fouls, and if Buendia can ice these, that will do it as Pirtle will check in for Royo. So now Buendia at the line to try and finish this one off. 43-36, Lady Cats going for the victory. So at the line, Buendia puts up the first, gets it to go. 12 points now for Buendia in the ball game. And makes it 44-36, back to an 8-point lead. 3 possessions, not impossible in 23 seconds. She can get it to 9. That makes it a steeper hill to climb, and she will. Now 45-36, a 9-point lead for the Lady Cats. To the front court with Chivita. She takes it into the corner for Buck. Left side, 3 on the way, no good. Hatch is there with the rebound and the putback. I'd let her get those all day long. So now it'll be 45-38 with 5, with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1, and at the buzzer, 3 on the way, and bang! You gotta be kidding me. Buendia drains the tray at the buzzer, and the Lovington Lady Cats win by 10, 48-38. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up, get you ready for the boys' game. This is Lady Cat basketball.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Back here for your Lovington Lady Cat postgame show from our friends at Nowell Pharmacy. Lovington victorious tonight, 48-38. Leading scorers tonight, Malaya Castro and Elizabeth Buendia, each chipping in 16 for the Lady Cats. And Buendia icing a 3-pointer at the buzzer to make it a 10-point victory for Lovington. So with the win, Lovington goes back to 500 on the season at 11-11. But more importantly, they are now in a, I'm pretty sure, going to be a 3-way tie for second going into the second half of district at 1-2. So the Lady Cats victorious tonight, get the win over the Goddard Lady Rockets. Congratulations to Chief Bridgeforth, his first win back as the head coach in district. So good job for Coach Chief Bridgeforth. We will take a timeout, come back with game 2 of our doubleheader, Lovington Wildcats, Goddard Rockets. So the Lady Cats victorious. Can the Wildcats follow in their wake? We'll find out here in just a few minutes. This is Lovington Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Roswell Goddard High School and the stadium they call Ground Zero as we get ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight between the Lovington Wildcats and the Goddard Rockets. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Great to have you with us here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Also the Z94 KZOR app. So the Lovington Lady Cats victorious 48-38 in their matchup, and they improved to 1-2 in district. A big win for Coach Chief Bridgeforth and his young squad against the Goddard girls. Now it is the boys' turn as they will come in at 1-1 on the district schedule to take on another team that is, Goddard is 0-2 in district. So Lovington can pretty much sew up second place in the first half of the district schedule. Of course, they got the big win against Portales in a game that got a little chippy, to put it mildly, on Friday night, but got that victory 44-39 in that one. The way was paid by Micah Pondo, finished up with 12 points in the ballgame, iced it with a 3 late and then 2 free throws to get Lovington the win in that ballgame. 7 Wildcats scoring. Julian Arroyo with 9 points in the ballgame, and then 7 for DeMarcus Thompson. Thompson led the way in that one with 7 rebounds, so looking to come out and have a good performance on the road here tonight in Roswell. So hope that it is going to be a good one. We already had a good one, so my voice may crack and be a little goofy at times in this one, but still looking forward to a great game. So Lovington comes in at 12-8 overall on the season. As we mentioned, 1-1 in district under Coach Casey Pack. For the Goddard Rockets, they are 10-12 on the year, and they are 0-2 in district. They are 15th and 16th right now, respectively. Lovington 15, Goddard 16 in the latest 4A rankings, which were released, I believe, earlier today. Goddard with a new head coach this season on the boys' side, and a familiar face and a familiar name is Wade Scott, who was the Lovington girls coach for a number of seasons, has moved over to Roswell and has taken over the Goddard boys program. As we move on through this one, Lovington will be in the road blues with the white letters and numbers. For Goddard, they will be in the home whites with the Columbia blue letters and numbers and accents. You know, when we talked to Casey Pack, hard to believe it's been a week ago now. Of course, this is a makeup game that was supposed to happen last Tuesday, but for Lovington, it's all about the matchups tonight. They match up pretty well against this Goddard Rocket squad physically. It's just going to be, as he said on Friday night, believing in the offense tonight. If they can do that, they should have a pretty good shot at getting the victory in this one. And if they could be second going into the second half of district, I think that could only help the confidence of this young Wildcat squad. So we'll take a timeout, come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off. This is Wildcat basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Wildcat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle for your Lovington Wildcats. Tonight your starters will be number 3, Julian Arroyo, number 4, Wyatt Gomez, number 5, Zadrick Betancourt, number 11, DeMarcus Thompson, number 12, Micah Pondo. For the Goddard Rockets, it'll be number 2, Mitchell Schooley, number 12, Jarek Mendoza, number 23, Rhett Price, number 32, Dominic Ramirez, and number 33, Christian Zapata. It'll be Price to take the jump against Thompson, and we are ready to go. A little Tuesday night basketball action from here at Ground Zero in Roswell. The Cats, of course, in the road blues, and the Rockets in the home whites. And the opening tip will be controlled by the Goddard Rockets as it'll come back to Schooley. Of course, Price is one of the tallest kids in the district. Have to see how they handle him underneath. They'll bounce it over to Price in the deep right corner. He'll hand it back to Schooley. He'll take it into the deepest right corner. Bounce into Price, going into the post. Little turnaround. He goes over Wyatt. No good. And Gomez with the rebound. So Lovington with the first rebound of the ball game. We are underway as into the front court comes Arroyo. He'll give it off to Betancourt. Then to Thompson. Arroyo thinks about the 3, and yep, they're going to call the travel. This crew, they aren't going to give you any leeway at all. So the Cats turn it over and back into the hands of the Rockets. 30 seconds gone in this one, no score. Goddard basketball as Schooley will bring it up across the timeline. Take it to the right side in front of the Lovington bench. Uses up his dribble and tosses out to Zapata. Zapata to Mendoza. NBA 3 off the right side and no good. And the rebound going to be brought down by Pondo. Lovington basketball into the hands of Arroyo. Push it forward to Betancourt. Betancourt working against Mendoza to Thompson, then hand it back off to Julian. Little spin move in the paint, and yep, they get him for another travel as he slipped and slid again. So the second turnover for the Wildcats. Checking into the ball game, Arroyo going to head to the bench. Coach Casey Pack telling him, man, you gotta keep that pivot foot down. Is checking him in his place. It'll be Hector Bonilla. So Bonilla is seeing action early here tonight. Minute 10 gone, still no score here in the first. Schooley gets almost his pocket picked, then a 3-ball on the way, and that one is going to be off the mark. Ball loose on the floor, and Schooley will wind up with it. They'll toss it back over, trying to get it to Zapata, who missed the 3-ball and loses it out of bounds. First turnover for Goddard, so give it back to Lovington. Both teams just kind of trying to feel their way through it right now as Bonilla will get the inbound from Thompson and into the front court. Give it to Zadrick as Betancourt to Thompson. Back to Bonilla, top of the arc. Then to Wyatt. Then Pondo thinks about 3 right corner. Takes it to the right wing. Pulls the shot up. No good. And the rebound by Mendoza, who skies for it. Leave it off for Schooley, and he'll take it across the timeline into the offensive zone from the left to the right. Goddard moving right to left. Lovington moving left to right. From my perspective, to Price, top of the arc. Then he'll get it around to Zapata. Zapata tries to go in, tries to make a shot, gets blocked out, and into the hands of the Wildcats. Great defensive stand there for the Cats. To Betancourt, work it around to Thompson, then to Bonilla. Flip it back out, and they'll work it around to Pondo, then back out to DeMarcus. To Betancourt, to Gomez, to Bonilla. Lovington going to move the ball around. To Pondo, hippity hop through the lane, a little underhand scoop. Not going to fall, and Mendoza will have his second rebound. They'll give it to Schooley, who brings it into the offensive zone. Still no score, and we are 2.5 minutes gone in the first of this one. To Zapata, then throw the fastball underneath to Mendoza. Wide open, got through the back door and up and in. Mendoza with the first points of the ball game, and it is 2-0 for Goddard. So now Lovington with Betancourt to Thompson to Bonilla. Bonilla to Gomez, almost slips and slides. Saw that a lot in the girls' game, too. To Betancourt, drives it on the left base and puts it high off the glass, and another rebound for Mendoza. A couple of Cats collide. Into the front court come the Rockets with Ramirez. And Ramirez will pop a long 2-pointer, and it is good. And now 4-0 in favor of Goddard as Lovington will bring it back. Betancourt to Thompson to Bonilla. Lovington just going to keep moving it around with Pondo. Into Betancourt. Push it back out to Wyatt. Lovington not trying to penetrate as of yet. Is looking for the open shot. 2-3 zone look for Goddard. Tossing it in. Trying to take it away. They'll get it to Pondo. Right corner for 3 and in and out. And a fight for the rebound, and Gomez will get it and then gets tied up. And it stays Lovington basketball. Arroyo will check in. Dallas Cardenas also coming in. Bonilla and Pondo head to the bench. Lovington still trying to get on the board, and we're halfway through this one. 4-0 in favor of the Rockets. Betancourt pushes it in. Arroyo, NBA 3 right side. That one is off the mark, and Mendoza has his 4th rebound. He turns on the Jets. He'll take it into the front court, pushes it over, but Betancourt is there to steal it away. Zadrick will bring it back down. Gives it to Arroyo. Spin through the paint. High off the left glass and won't fall. We can't buy a bucket right now, and Price with the rebound. Still 4-0. Goddard in the lead. 3:45 to go in a fast-moving first as Schooley directs traffic. Comes near side. Now to Price. Wyatt out on him. Handed off to Mendoza. He'll start a drive in. Pulls up from 12. It is off the front of the iron, and Betancourt with the rebound, his first. Both teams having a little trouble in the offensive end. Goddard just having a little less. So to Gomez. Get it around. Arroyo. Leave it off. Betancourt, right corner for 3, and bang! Zadrick drains the 3-ball, and it's a 1-point ball game just like that. 4-3. Goddard in the lead with 3 minutes to go here in the first. To the front court with Schooley. Gets a pick set up. Then they'll get into the corner. Mendoza for three, and that one is going to be off the mark. And a fight for the rebound, and I think they're going to go over the back. Wow, they're going to call that on us, huh? They're going to call the push, actually, on Thompson, I'm thinking. Yep, they're going to call that one on DeMarcus, so that'll be his first personal. First team foul on Lovington. It'll stay Goddard basketball. Mendoza checks out. Coming in his place will be David Cervantes. So Schooley looks to inbound. From left of his own bucket, gets it in at the 5 count. Gets it right back off of the inbound. Tries to bounce it into Price, and Gomez disrupts it, knocks it away and out of bounds. So it'll stay Goddard basketball from the left base. So Schooley to inbound it from the O, and Goddard looks to get it in. Will right at the 5 count to Zapata. Zapata into Price. Pushes off and puts it up over the head of Gomez, and that'll be 6-3 now in favor of Goddard. Got to find a way to contain Price underneath. Arroyo to the free throw line. Takes it in, and a bump going to be called. Going to whistle that one on Cervantes. His first personal. First team foul on Goddard. 2.5 to go here in the first. Goddard 6, Lovington 3. Both teams trying to find some offensive rhythm as Zeke Guzman will check in. Gomez has done a nice job through this first quarter. Now they're going to get Gomez in, a little more size underneath. So Arroyo flips it over to Cardenas. Cardenas gets a pick from Thompson, then to Zeke. And around, Arroyo thinks about the three, now drives in on the right base, and they're going to call the foul as Schooley drew contact. They weren't calling that in the girls' game, and they will call the block on Mitchell Schooley, his first personal, second team foul. It is on the floor, so Betancourt will inbound it from right of his own bucket. Bounces it into Guzman, and Zeke right there misses the point blanker, and the rebound by Zapata, his first. They set that one up beautifully. They've got to get those point blank layups to go. Schooley gets the pick, drives into the right lane, puts up the little left-hand floater, and it is off the mark, and Betancourt with the rebound. They'll leave it off for Julian, who directs traffic after looking over at Coach Pack. Bounce it over to Zeke, top of the arc, then back to Arroyo for three, no good, but it'll be Zeke with the rebound. Work it around, and a three ball on the way for Betancourt, and bang, his second tray of the ball game. And we are tied at 6 apiece with 90 seconds to go in the first. To overcome the Rockets into the front court, Schooley with it. Cardenas giving him some room. He'll take it out near the timeline, center court, then push it over to Price. 1:20 to go, top of the arc with Ramirez. Then to Cervantes for three, and Betancourt with the rebound, his third. To Arroyo, gets pushed from behind, no call. Julian keeps it himself, picks up the dribble. Betancourt cycles around, and they'll just reset the offense. Betancourt with all 6 on the board for the Cats. Get it into Zeke, he's in there, and put it up and in. Guzman with the bucket, and Lovington with their first lead of the ball game, 8-6. 55 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. So Goddard to the front court. 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Toss it out to Cervantes, and almost stolen away by Thompson. It'll go out pretty much right at center court, and that's where Cervantes will bring it in. Checking in for the Wildcats, Anson Marquez coming in. Thompson going to go take a breather. And inbounding, it'll be Martinez for Goddard. He's back in the ball game. Gets it into Cervantes, who'll run the point. Julian picks him up. He directs traffic. Bounce it over to Price, top of the arc. Picks up the dribble, gets it back to Cervantes. To the right elbow, 18-footer. No good, and skying for the rebound is Arroyo, his first. Julian keeps it himself. Brings it down into the left block. Puts up a little push shot, and stolen out of the air by Price. And it'll be Goddard back the other way with 13 seconds to go. Lovington up 8-6. Cervantes bouncing it over. Price with 7 seconds. Push it to Mendoza, top of the arc with 4 with 3. back over. A three-point attempt on the way, and the ball loose on the court and no good. And we have played a quarter from here at Goddard High School. Lovington in the lead, 8-6. We'll be back. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Back here at Ground Zero, also known as Rocket Gym at Goddard High School in Roswell, I'm TJ Miracle. Your Wildcats leading 8-6. After the first quarter, neither team really able to find a whole lot of offensive rhythm, but Zadrick Betancourt finding his from long range. He's got 6 of the 8 on the board for the Cats, all of them coming from downtown. So welcome back, and great to have you with us. On the court for Lovington, as now the officials are talking about something. You'll have Betancourt, Arroyo, Guzman, Sanchez, and Cardenas on the floor for the Wildcats. For the Rockets, they've got Ramirez, Cervantes, Price, and I guess they're going to say Goddard basketball, Mendoza, and that is Bibi Barajas on the floor. So Rocket basketball as into the backcourt. It'll come to Mendoza from Cervantes. Loses the basketball through the legs. Somehow saves it without traveling and gets it to Cervantes, and he will travel. That'll be the 4th turnover for Goddard. Just underway, second period, as Schooley and Zapata check in as Barajas and Cervantes check out. So for the Wildcats again. Now it's their turn. Arroyo to the front court, giving it off to Betancourt. Gets a screen from Guzman. He'll take it from the right to the left. Give it off to Julian, then over to Dallas. Cardenas throws it over Betancourt, far side, as that one was a little out of the reach of Marquez. Betancourt cycles it left to right. He'll give it off to Julian. Directs traffic for Zeke. Gets him to set him a screen. Then picks up the dribble, hands it off to Sanchez. Pardon me, that's Marquez. Why we'll keep wanting to make him and Adam the same person. A catch and shoot, and off the mark, and the rebound made by Ramirez for Goddard. So Schooley with it now, off of the rebound by Ramirez into the front court for Goddard to Price. Top of the arc. Work it to Ramirez. Into the free throw line with Zapata. No call. They wanted the travel. Not going to get it, and it'll be Guzman with his second rebound of the ball game. 6:56 to go, first half. Lovington leading 8-6 to Betancourt. Calling out, looking for somebody, and they'll throw the fastball into Guzman. Back out to Betancourt. Cycles it to the wing, then to the top of the arc for 3, and that one is going to be off the iron, and it'll be Price going over everybody for his third rebound of the ball game. Bump not going to be called on Zapata, and yep, they will call the offensive foul on Zapata. Got the elbow up in the chin of Cardenas, so give it back to Lovington. That'll be the 5th turnover for the Rockets. Of course, if you're watching at home, you may recognize a familiar face over on the Rocket bench as Coach Wade Scott has taken over this Goddard program this season. So the inbound will come into the backcourt for Arroyo as Julian brings it over. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Thompson, who just checked back in. 3 on the way, comes through, gets his own rebound. Hippity hop through traffic. He'll put one up. Won't go, gets his own rebound again, but his putback will not fall. Man, we just cannot buy a bucket right now. And neither can Goddard at the moment. 6:09 to go in the first as Schooley to the front court. Works it over to the left wing. Thompson stays with him to Price. Just behind the free throw line, 17-footer in and out, and it'll be Gomez with his third rebound of the ball game. Both of these teams having all kinds of heck finding the bottom of the threads. To Betancourt. To Arroyo. NBA 3 left wing, and that one is going to be too hard. Rebound is loose, and Gomez will have another one, pushes it back out, but they're going to say Betancourt goes into the backcourt, and so that'll be the third turnover for Lovington. Fighting for the rebound and hadn't got it, and Coach Wade Scott, of course, Lovington girls coach for a number of seasons, takes the timeout. 5:40 to go here in the first half. 8-6, Lovington in the lead to 30, so we'll keep it right here and say a big thanks to Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, Now Pharmacy, and the First American Bank of Lovington. So we are here, of course, at Goddard High School in Roswell. Lovington trying to go 2-1 in the first half of district play. Half number 2 starts on Friday night on the road in Artesia. Can't worry about that team in orange yet, where you knock off the team in Columbia blue and white. So out of the Rockets timeout, it'll be Goddard basketball as Mendoza tosses into Schooley, who takes it across the timeline. Bounce it underneath, trying to get it to Price. It's knocked away, and the Cats will have it back. 6 turnover for the Rockets. Arroyo throws the fastball to Cardenas, left baseline, weaves through, and shot no good, and the rebound by Price. His fourth, and then a whistle sounds, and did they tie Price up? Price is hollering and screaming. Coach Scott's screaming. Coach Casey's screaming. I'll look down to write down and it'll be Lovington basketball off the tie-up. Everybody's hollering out there. So Betancourt will inbound it as Pondo will check in for Cardenas. 5:23 to go in the half. We have still not had a score in this second quarter yet. So Betancourt, he'll inbound it right of his own bucket. Tosses into Thompson. His shot up, no good, and a fight for the rebound, and a jump ball going to be called. And checking into the ballgame, Christian DeCaney. And he'll get the rebound for Goddard, then gets tied up, but it'll be Goddard basketball. Cervantes will inbound it. He gets it into Schooley. Both these teams trying to break the ice on the second quarter. Schooley crosses right over center court, tosses in, and Betancourt will swat it away. Intended, this was a football game, going to be intended for Zapata. So Cervantes will inbound it from in front of the student section, tosses in to DeCaney. He'll take it over to the right side and picks up the foot, no call. They'll get it over to Cervantes, drives the left base, loses the basketball, and Pondo touches it last and goes out. So it'll stay Rocket basketball. Schooley going to come. Nope, it'll be Cervantes to inbound it. From left of his own bucket, 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. They'll slip it in to Zapata. A little fall away from 5. No good. DeCaney with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Lovington fighting hard underneath. They're going to call DeMarcus Thompson for his second personal. Just the second team foul on Lovington. And this is the first trip to the line tonight for either team. Now DeCaney at the line. Looking to get in the scorebook, puts up the first and gets it home. And finally, the ice is broken with 5 minutes exactly left in the first half. 8-7 now, Lovington still in the lead, but DeCaney at the line trying to tie it up. Second shot on the way, and that one he gets them both to fall. So we are tied at 8 apiece. Here from ground zero in Roswell. To the front court with Arroyo to Betancourt. Work it out to Thompson. And comes in top of the arc. 3 ball on the way for DeMarcus. That one is off the mark. And Schooley with his second rebound. Schooley to the front court. Takes it himself coast to coast and will lay it up and in. Mitchell Schooley, his first bucket of the ball game. And Roswell back up 10-8. Ball loose on the court, back the other way. Roswell comes away with it, forces the turnover to Cervantes, and he'll put it up off the left glass, and he is fouled. So Cervantes, off of the steal, takes it up and in. And just like that, Goddard is on a 6-0 run and a chance for a 7-0 run as Cervantes heads to the line. Going to call Pondo for the foul. That'll be his first personal. Third team foul on Lovington. And Cervantes for the and one. Thompson going to check out of the ball game. Coming back in for him is Anson Marquez. So Cervantes for three the old-fashioned way, and he gets that one to go. Now it's 13-8, a 5-point lead for Goddard, their biggest of the ball game. And right now they are on a 7-0 run. To the front court come the Wildcats. Cardenas back into the ball game to Gomez. Hit it over to Arroyo. Arroyo hippity-hop through the lane. High off the glass, and Cervantes with the rebound. His first. Again, the cold shooting continues for the Wildcats. Schooley going to tell Cervantes go to the corner as he takes it over in front of the Lovington bench. Now brings it back across the court. Almost loses the basketball. Somehow saves it. Bounces it to Mendoza. 10-footer from just in front of the line. And Mendoza puts it down. 4 points for Mendoza. And the run continues. Now a 9-0 run in favor of Goddard. This is something Lovington cannot afford. To Betancourt. To Marquez. Hand it off. Then toss it around. Work it around the perimeter. To Anson, to Betancourt, NBA 3 left wing. That one is going to be off the mark and into the hands of Cervantes. The cold shooting continues for the Cats. Bonilla and Garcia wait to check in for Lovington. Schooley going to direct traffic. 3:15 to go here in the first half. Cervantes thinks about the three ball. Marquez gets to him quickly. They'll work it around to Mendoza. Throw the fastball over to Zapata. Zapata just a little step back from 15. That one is off the mark. And the rebound by Gomez. That'll be Wyatt's fifth. He gets bumped by DeCaney. No call. So Julian, an 18-footer, and Arroyo puts it down. His first bucket of the ball game. And finally, Lovington, their first points of the second quarter, come with 2:45 remaining in said quarter. So Schooley to the front court, 15-10. 5-point lead for Goddard. They'll throw it in to Cervantes. He'll fall away on the left side. And the rebound by Gomez, sixth for Wyatt. Push it forward down to Betancourt. He'll put it up and in. Zadrick now with 8 points in the ball game. And Lovington quickly on a little 4-0 run. 2:20 to go. First half, but Lovington trails by 3. Schooley to the front court as defense chant starts behind me in the Lovington section. Mendoza, little bounce over, and they're going to call the travel. He did a little slide step and tried to reset. Betancourt got on him. That'll be the 8th turnover for Goddard. And he did get contact, but the travel happened first. So Bonilla and Garcia will check in for Lovington. Going to try and get a little speed out there. So you've got Bonilla, Garcia, Cardenas, Gomez. And coming back in will be DeMarcus Thompson. So Thompson will inbound it from in front of his own bench and gets it in to Hector Bonilla. Hector crosses the timeline, gives it off to Garcia. Now to Cardenas, under 2 to play first half. Cardenas slips through the lane, and on Dallas up and in, his first bucket of the ball game. And it is back to a 1-0 game as all of a sudden Lovington has gone on a 6-0 run. Schooley directing traffic in the offensive zone. Goes left side, gets pushed out. Work it around to Ramirez. Trying to toss it in, they do to Zapata. He almost gets tied up. Back to Ramirez to Schooley. He'll bounce it to Zapata. Little sky hook up. DeCaney through traffic with the rebound. His putback won't go. And it'll be Thompson who gets that one for the Cats. His third board of the ball game. Cleaning up the glass. That's important. To Cardenas. Lovington in the offensive zone. Now to Thompson. And they'll hand it off to Garcia. Garcia to Cardenas to Bonilla. Bonilla weaving through now. Get it back to Garcia. He'll take it. A little underhand scoop, but nope, traveled before he got it off. 5th turnover for the Wildcats. 1 minute exactly to go here in the third, or rather in the first half. In the second, DeCaney checks out. Price checks in. Gomez checks out. Guzman checks in for the Wildcats. Goddard basketball as Cervantes will push it in to Schooley. 15-14. Goddard in the lead, under a minute to play here in this second quarter. With Schooley Bouncing it over. Cervantes, throw the fastball into Price. Takes it to the post, uses up his dribble, puts it high off the glass, and Guzman will have his third board of the ball game. Push it back. Hector Bonilla to the front court. Give it off to Garcia. Diego is going to work it. Cardenas winds up with it. 30 seconds remaining and a 1-point lead for Goddard. To Bonilla. Back to Garcia. Work it around. Cardenas, a little head fake. Goes through the lane, drives in left side, tries to put up the scoop shot, no good. Zeke is there with the rebound, and his putback won't go, and Schooley will push it out and get the rebound. To Cervantes with 9 seconds remaining. Schooley directs traffic, bounces it over. Zapata takes it to the left lane, puts up a wild shot, no good. And the rebound coming away with it is Garcia, and at the buzzer, no good, but we have played a half here in Roswell, and the Goddard Rockets leading the Lovington Wildcats by a score of 15-14. We'll be back. Wildcat basketball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Basketball and your Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply and Napa. Get up and go with Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. 15-14 our score. Goddard in the lead. So how did we get here? Well, let's look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We'll start with the Goddard Rockets. Their leading scorer right now is Jarek Mendoza. He's got 4 points, 3 in the books for David Cervantes. Then a bucket for Dominic Ramirez, Christian DeCaney, Brent Price, and Mitchell Schooley. That's all the scoring. Their leading rebounder right now, no big surprise, is Price. He's got 4 rebounds. Jarek Mendoza also chipping in 4 in that first half. 17 rebounds total as a team for Goddard in the first half. They went 3 of 3, 100% from the free throw line. And they turned the ball over 8 times in the first half. Scored 6 points in the first, 9 in the second. And that's how they get to their 15. Not a lot of scoring for either squad in this one. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats. Betancourt leads the way for the Cats. He's got 8 points in this one, 6 of them from beyond the arc. Then you got a bucket for Cardenas, a bucket for Guzman, and a bucket for Arroyo. Lovington has done a pretty nice job on the boards. Gomez right now leads the rebounding brigade. He's got 6 for Lovington, and Guzman with 4 for the Cats. 19 rebounds as a team in that first half. Lovington did not get to take any free throws in that first half. I'm not sure the last time I saw that stat in a high school varsity game, but I guess tonight will be that night, December the 7th, 2023. Lovington, no free throws in the first half. Turn the ball over 5 times, get 8 points in the first, and only 6 in the second. That's how they get to their 14 on the board. Both teams neither one of them, both of them had all kinds of offensive heck. Neither one of them able to find any rhythm at all, especially sustained rhythm. And that's why you get a 15-14 game. Their defenses played pretty darn well, but both teams had a lot of shots that just went in, went out, or were just completely off of the mark. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how keys to the second half. If you're Coach Casey Pack's squad, well, it's simple. You've got to find some offensive rhythm. You've done a nice job on defense. You haven't shut down Price exactly, but you've limited him to just 2 points and 4 rebounds. Mendoza, 4 points. He's the other one that can really give you trouble, and they've contained him as well. 4 points, 4 rebounds. So continue to contain those two guys. Make somebody else out there beat you, and then find something on the offensive side of things. Find the hot hand in the second half and just ride them. They've had some open looks. They've fought their way through and gotten those looks, but they just have not managed to get them to fall. So Lovington has done a nice job with the matchups. They've done a good job on the boards. They're winning the rebounding battle 19-17. They've just got to find a way to take advantage of some more of the opportunities. And I think that's really the key to the second half for both of these teams. Whichever team can make the most of their opportunities, I think, is going to get out of here with the victory tonight to wrap up the first half of the district season. And that'll put a wrap on your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Hey, you know you're going to need the Napa Know-How for your ride. Get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply Napa. Get up and go. Proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. 15-14 our score. We are back for the second half right after this. This is Wildcat Basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question. Call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Welcome back to Roswell Goddard High School. I'm TJ Miracle as the Lovington Wildcats and the Goddard Rockets slugging it out tonight, 15-14 as we get ready for the start of the third quarter. Goddard in the lead. So great to have you with us tonight on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Of course, don't forget, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're almost there, once we get to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, somebody gets $100 out of my pocket. That's right. I'll just open up my pocket, take $100 out of it, and give it to one of our subscribers. So tell your family and friends, hey, you could win $100 just for watching your favorite Wildcat squad and for subscribing to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And again, that money's coming out of my pocket. It's not coming from the stations, not coming from the sponsors. It's just my way of saying thank you for subscribing to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Starters on the floor for both squads, and we are underway here in the second half as we've switched sides as Arroyo to Betancourt. Takes it in, throws the fastball around, and Arroyo thinks about the three, picks up the dribble, needs a little help. Bounces it to Pondo in the right base, and Micah puts it up, and somehow it won't fall. Zapata with the rebound, and down come the Rockets. Again, the shooting woes continue for Lovington. Schooley to the front court, tosses it to Price, throws the fastball in to Ramirez. They'll get it into the corner for Mendoza. Three ball on the way. It is an air ball, but right into the hands of Zapata. And so he will get the bucket. 17-14, now a three-point Goddard lead. Betancourt pushes it over to Thompson, now to Arroyo. Arroyo three left wing, and bang! Julian finds the range and gets the tray. We are tied at 17 apiece. 1 minute gone here in the third. Both of these teams have played pretty clean through the first half plus. As Price with it, top of the arc, hands it to Schooley. Schooley goes through the lane and slips and falls, but they're going to call the foul on Thompson, even though Schooley was slipping and sliding around. Yep, they're going to call the block on Thompson. So for DeMarcus, his third personal. First team foul, yeah, that is on the floor. So Ramirez will check out. Cervantes checks in for Goddard. All tied at 17, a minute plus gone here in the third. Schooley inbound left of his own bucket, gets it to Price. He gives it right back to Schooley. He'll pop a shot from the left block, 15 in and out, and the ball is loose, and somehow Mendoza winds up with it. Tosses around to Zapata, and they'll reset with Cervantes. Throw the fastball in, but knocks it out. Nice job by Betancourt, but into the hands of Cervantes. So Goddard will now try and reset. 6.5 to go in the third. Both teams trying to get the offense set exactly like they want it. To Price. Gomez on him. Back to Cervantes as Pondo comes out to harass him a little bit. Takes it over to the left wing, uses up the dribble, but the ball is loose as Pondo goes loose on the floor, and it'll go out of bounds. Micah touched it last, so it'll stay in the hands of Goddard. 6:14 remaining in the third, all tied at 17. Cervantes to inbound, tosses it to Price over Pondo, and they'll give it to Schooley. He'll pull up, get it into the corner. Cervantes left side for three. That one is off the mark. From the tip, he's going to wind up with his own rebound. That's his fourth. Into Schooley. He controls, bounce at Cervantes now in the deep right corner. Toss it in, get it underneath to Zapata, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for two. Question is it going to be on Betancourt, or is it going to be going to get it on Arroyo? Julian's first personal, second team foul on Lovington. They've got to find a way to get those rebounds and to get Goddard out of the paint. They do give up a little bit of size underneath. And so now at the line, it'll be Zapata to shoot two, his first trip to the line. 5:52 to go in the third, all knotted up at 17 apiece. Shot for Zapata, and that one is going to be too hard. So the score remains tied at 17 as Pondo and Thompson check out. Cardenas and Marquez check in for Lovington. So Zapata missed the first. Eyes the second, puts it up. He's going to miss that one, but it'll be Price with the rebound, his fifth. They'll get it out to Mendoza. And Mendoza with a long two-pointer. So Lovington back down now, trailing by two, 19-17. Kicking it around will be Arroyo. Picks up the dribble, gets it off to Gomez. Tossing back out to Marquez, to Betancourt, to Gomez. They're working it around, trying to find entry into the paint. Or Arroyo could just take another three, but that one is in and out. Nobody underneath really to get it except for Price. And he'll pull the trigger back the other way. And a jump ball called as great hustle by Arroyo. Possession arrow stays with Goddard, but Julian, a nice job to pull that one up. 19-17, a 2-point Goddard lead. Still anybody's ball game as they get it into Price, who hands it to Schooley, working near side. Takes it to the free throw line, uses the dribble, gets it to Mendoza. He'll pull the three-point trigger from the left side. Mendoza gets that one to fall. If he finds the range, it can be a long half for the Wildcats. Now 22-17, 5-point lead. Ties the biggest of the game. Actually, it was a 7-point lead at one point for Goddard, but they're stretching it out with 4:52 to go here in the third. Betancourt to Gomez. To Arroyo. Backs it in. Goes through traffic. A little reverse layup. It won't fall, and another rebound for Price. All of a sudden, they're having heck with him underneath, and a bad pass. Lovington will get it back. 9th turnover of the ball game for Goddard. So Lovington needs to take advantage of the turnover. Arroyo will bring it in. It's a little pick from Marquez. Tries to find some room, and they keep him pushed out. To Betancourt, tossing over to Anson. Anson to Cardenas. And they'll reset with 4:12 to go in the first. And Arroyo going to drive through, and he's going to be fouled as he split traffic. Cervantes, I'm thinking they're going to get him. Could be Price, but I'm thinking it'll be Cervantes. Yep, it will be Cervantes, his second personal. Just the first team foul on Goddard. It is on the floor. Gomez checks out, Guzman checks in. Lovington is still yet to shoot a free throw in this one. So Betancourt will inbound it from left of his own bucket. Gets it into Arroyo, underneath to Betancourt, back door and up and in. That was a beautiful pass, and Betancourt now with 10 in the ballgame leads the way for the Cats. 22-19, right at the halfway mark of this third period. To the front court come the Rockets. Schooley to Price are in the top of the key. I'll get it over to Zapata, a little jab step, and give it back to Schooley and reset. As the D-up chant starts from the Wildcat faithful and bench. Toss it to Price. Top of the arc, a three-pointer for the big boy is up and good. So Price hits the three ball. Makes it 25-19. Now up to a 6-point lead. Lovington needs to chip back at it. To Arroyo, 17-footer. Nope, he passed it out to Marquez, who gets it back to Betancourt. Bounce it into Guzman, almost loses it. Works through traffic, now he'll have to toss it out. NBA three on the way from Betancourt. It is off the side of the iron. Guzman there with the rebound and the putback. 5 rebounds for Zeke and 4 points. And 25-21. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Lovington staying in it. But both teams trying to find a little rhythm as Schooley goes to the floor and travels it out. 10th turnover for the Rockets. Lovington with an opportunity here. Goddard's turned it over 10 times on the night. Lovington just 5. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Wade Scott. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third. Lovington trailing Goddard 25-21. We are back in a minute here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
out of the Goddard timeout back here at ground zero, as they call Rocket Gymnasium now. I'm TJ Miracle. Goddard in the lead by a score of 25-21, but it will be Lovington basketball after the timeout and the turnover. Betancourt to the front court. Flip it around to Marquez. Anson pushes it into a cutting Arroyo, and a little 15-foot fadeaway, no good, and the rebound will be made by Marquez, and his put back, and it rolls home. Anson gets Lovington back to within a bucket with 2.5 to go in the third. 25-23. Schooley to the front court. Cardenas on him, and Cardenas going to get a elbow in the jaw for John a little bit, and Jaw's a little after Schooley with his second team foul, and it will be the 11th turnover for the Rockets. This is another one that you could see things get a little chippy. These two teams, big rivals. So it'll be into the front court with Arroyo to Betancourt. Flip it around to Marquez. Marquez with Cervantes working on him. Back out to Zadrick. It's a little screen from Zeke. He'll drive it through the middle of the lane. Going to be blocked out, but Zeke there to save it. Toss it out to Cardenas. He'll think about the three now. He'll pull the trigger on a 15-footer. It is off the glass, and pushed in the back is Betancourt, but no call. Wow. Okay, so back to Goddard. So Cervantes will inbound it. I'll just let the silence speak for itself about what I thought of that call. So under 2 to play here in the third, a 2-point lead for the Rockets. Cervantes uses the dribble, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Scott as Cervantes used the dribble, and Marquez was on him tight. Should just be a 30, I am thinking. Let's see for sure, and yep, it will just be a 30, so we'll keep it right here and say a big thanks to all the good folks who make Wildcat basketball possible. Couldn't do it without Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, Now Pharmacy, and the First American Bank of Lovington. We appreciate those folks making it possible for us to do these games and bring them to you absolutely free of charge. So please do business with those good folks and let them know you appreciate their support of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. 1:47 remaining in the third, 25-23. Neither team, the Rockets or the Cats, have really found a whole lot of offensive anything in this one. Well, Cervantes to inbound it from in front of the student section, tosses it in to Price. And he'll just hand it back off to Schooley, and now Goddard will work their offense. Back to Cervantes, who takes it between the rings. Over on him is going to be Cardenas. He'll flip it to Schooley in the deep left corner. He'll throw the fastball cross-court 17-footer for Price, and that one is off the mark, and the rebound going to be brought down by Cardenas. That's Dallas's first. 1:23 to go in the third. A 2-point Goddard lead. Lovington on the attack. To Cardenas at the free throw line to Zeke. Give it to Arroyo. Thinks about the three now. He'll take it into the right block, gets into the paint, and in trouble, and throws a fastball off of the noggin of Zeke. Was in trouble and I think was trying to do too much. I think if he fades it away or puts a little less on that one, Lovington has a chance at it. 6 turnover of the ball game for the Cats, their first of the second half. They trail by 2, 1 minute remaining here in the third. Cervantes to the near side, tosses to Zepeda, then over to Mendoza, deep left corner for 3. That one is going to be off the mark. Price with the rebound, and he'll take it off of the left glass and up and in. Now 27-23. Got to block him out if you want to have any chance underneath as Gomez waits to come back in. A 4-point lead for Goddard. Zeke will set the screen. Arroyo uses up the dribble. He'll have to toss it back to Marquez. Hanson flips it to Betancourt, who tosses out to Guzman, then to Cardenas. Cardenas to Marquez. Back off to Arroyo. To the left elbow. Then to the left block. Tries to throw the curveball underneath, and that one is just going to be stolen out of midair by Schooley. He'll push it forward to Mendoza, and they'll push it back. They're going to play for the last shot here with 13 seconds to go. Schooley to the near side. Directs traffic with 8 seconds to go. Push it around. Cervantes into Price. Works against Guzman. Puts it up, and they'll count the bucket and the foul. Price found the range and gets the bucket and makes it a 29-23 ball game, and they will call Zeke for his first personal. Third team foul. And so Price has erupted 7 points in the third quarter, 9 overall, trying to get to 10. Trying to be the first player in the game to get to double digits and trying to stretch this one out going to the fourth quarter. Price's and one is up and gets it to roll home. And now it is 30-23, a 7-point lead as they'll toss it into Arroyo with 2. With 1 to Marquez at the buzzer, and it is off the glass and no good. So we head to the fourth. The Goddard Rockets in the lead by a score of 30-23. We'll be back for the fourth. This is Wildcat Basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Back here in Roswell at Goddard High School, 30-23 is Goddard on a 15-9 run in the third quarter. So now Lovington is going to have to find the offense here at the start of the fourth. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight. So Lovington capable of exploding if they can. They're going to need to do it right now, trailing by 7. So into the front court come the Cats as they'll try and toss it into Betancourt, but it'll be a turnover instead as it's tipped away by Mendoza. He'll take it coast to coast and lay it up and in. Mendoza with 11 in the ball game makes it 32-23, and now a 9-point lead. Goddard trying to stretch things out. Lovington with an opportunity as Arroyo uses up the dribble. Gomez back in the ballgame, gives it to Betancourt, who directs traffic. 30 seconds gone here in the fourth. Lovington down by 9 to Arroyo from the free throw line, and that one is going to be too hard. With the rebound, though, it'll be Thompson. His fourth gets it back out to Arroyo, puts up a 3, no good, and he is going to get hammered. Yeah, late whistle. I think so. First personal on Rhett Price, third team foul, and Arroyo goes to the line for 3. This is Lovington's first trip to the line tonight, and it comes 45 seconds into the fourth quarter. I don't remember the last time I saw a stat like that. So Arroyo at the line for 3. Puts up the first and gets it to go, and Lovington breaks the ice finally here in the fourth. Now an 8-point lead for Goddard. Lovington going to have to take advantage of all of their possessions if Goddard starts heating up any. Second one is up, and Julian gets it to go. Now 32-25, one more to come for the Wildcats. As Coach Wade Scott going to come over and has a word with the far side official. Third on the way for Julian, and he gets all 3 of them. So that'll make it a 32-26. Lovington cuts it back down to a 2-possession ball game with 7:15 remaining in the game. Schooley uses up the dribble. Ooh, a slide. Gets it over to Cervantes. Deep right corner. Pondo back in the game. Picks him up quickly to Zepeda. He tosses out. Mendoza thinks about the 3. Thompson gets to him quickly to Schooley. Top of the arc for 3. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Betancourt with the rebound. His 4th. Lovington back down. Little head fake and going through, and the little flip shot up by Arroyo. He gets his own rebound. His putback won't go, and it's tipped around and finally going to be controlled by the Goddard Rockets. So Schooley will bring it down. 6.5 remaining in the ball game. Again, neither team really able to get a whole lot going offensively. Zapata throws it in, and it is stolen away by Gomez. Bounce it back to Pondo off the left glass. No good, and Price with the rebound, and he's going to get fouled. Price now with 9 rebounds in the ball game as they're going to whistle that one on Arroyo, his second personal. And the shooting woes continue for the Wildcats. Great job to get it back down, but is not able to convert. As Schooley works against Thompson, takes it over the Rocket and into the front court to Zapata. And he's going to sling it back out, literally a sidearm sling to Schooley. So Schooley to Price on the near side in front of the student section. Toss it to Cervantes. Cervantes pushing to Mendoza, thinks about the three. Now he'll take it to the left block, uses up the dribble, and they're going to get Pondo. Now they decide to call those. Yep, they're going to get Micah, so that'll be his second personal, fourth team foul. 5:53 to go here in the ballgame, a 6-point lead for Goddard, so Cervantes to inbound it. Bounces into Price. So Price takes it to the right side, uses up the dribble, then to Schooley. Schooley squirts through the lane, puts up a shot, and it won't fall, but it'll go into the hands of Betancourt, his fifth. 5:41 to go. Lovington still breathing. Got to find some offense and hope that Goddard doesn't before they do. NBA three on the way, and bang! Julian Arroyo drains the three ball. He's got 11 in the ball game, and that'll make it 32-29. As now the Cats going to take a timeout with 5:29 to go here in the ball game. We'll take it with them. Wildcat basketball continues in 1 minute here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Back here at Ground Zero in Roswell, also known as Rocket Gym at Goddard High School, the Wildcats have chipped it back to a 3-point Goddard lead with just over half the quarter left to play, 32-29. And I believe it will be Goddard basketball as we get back to it. Yep, 5:29 remaining in the ball game. 32-29, Goddard in the lead. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight as Cervantes will inbound it to Schooley. Cardenas in the ball game. Lovington putting on a little backcourt pressure now. They'll bounce it to Price. Into the offensive zone he comes. Underhands it to Zapata and then back out to Cervantes. To Zapata. To Cervantes again. Now they'll take it over to Mendoza. Got to keep a hand in his face. He is dangerous. Get it into the post for Price, and his little turnaround is up and good. Rhett Price with 12 in the ball game. 34-29. Back up to a 5-point lead for the Rockets. Arroyo to the front court, gets a screen from Gomez, drives it in to the left base and gets blocked out from behind, and then a frustration foul as it winds up in the hands of Zapata off of the block. And it'll be Goddard ball. Third personal on Julian, 5th team foul on Lovington. 4:50 remaining in the ball game. To Cervantes, to Zapata. Zapata drives it home. Nobody got back on him quick enough. 4 points for Christian Zapata. So back down come the Wildcats as it's 36-29. To Thompson, to Arroyo. 3 ball on the way, top of the arc, and bang! I said ride the hot hand, and if Julian's heating up, you got to use it. Back to a 4-point ball game, 4:20 to go. To Zapata, and they're going to call the block foul, I think, on Julian. Let's see, or are they going to call the charge? Or they're going to call a travel. Okay, 13th turnover for the Rockets as the travel called. The Rocket faithful not happy about it. Lovington very happy about it. To Betancourt, takes it to the left base and puts up an underhand scoop. Won't fall, but he's fouled. He'll head to the line for 2. They're going to call that on Zapata. That'll be his second personal, 4th team foul, and Betancourt heads to the line to shoot 2. Zadrick with 10 points in the ball game. Puts up the first and clanks it off. So the score remains 36-32, 4:14 to go. In the ballgame, a 4-point Goddard lead. So Betancourt puts up the second, and that one is going to be off the mark and winds up with his own rebound. Bunt gets it taken away from him underneath, and Cervantes winds up with it. He puts good pressure on in the backcourt, but Schooley is there as he slings it to him, and he saves it. Schooley will bring it into the front court. Under 4 to play. To Zapata, puts it up, rolls around, no good, and they're going to whistle Gomez his first personal, 6-team foul. Goddard goes to the line again. Goddard 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Coach Casey Pack down asking the official, hey, call it both ways. He just shakes his head. I haven't gotten my annual nastygram from the NMAA yet, so I would say I will agree with you, Coach. And ball don't lie as Zapata misses the first. Zapata, pardon me. I don't know why I keep trying to make him Zapata. Zapata misses the first. Puts up the second, and that one will rattle home. Now 37-32, back to a 5-point lead for the Goddard Rockets. Arroyo to the front court for Lovington. 3:48 to go. Uses the dribble, tosses it to Betancourt. Zapata gets to him. Now they'll just hand it off to Cardenas. To Gomez, to Arroyo. Julian thinks about another NBA three, thinks better of it. Now they'll get it to Betancourt, switch it out, and Mendoza steals it away, and he'll take it coast to coast and put it over the front of the iron. They got a little careless with the basketball, and it cost them. As Mendoza will steal it away, and Coach Pack is not a happy camper, and he will take the timeout, as now it is a 39-32 ball game, 3:25 to go. The timeout taken by the Wildcats, and it is a full one, so we'll take it with them. This is Wildcat Basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Out of the Wildcat timeout, it is Lovington basketball. They've got to take care of the basketball, and they've got to find a way to score. They trail by 7, 3:20 to go in the ballgame. Betancourt to the front court, tosses into Gomez, who made a nifty little move to get himself free, and Wyatt will have his first bucket of the ballgame. Now they're going to put the full court press on with 3 minutes remaining, trailing by 5. Cervantes goes behind the back. They try and trap him up, throw it over, and Arroyo will steal it away. Julian to the front court, throw it in to Cardenas, who's going to get hammered underneath by Cervantes as both Cardenas and Cervantes crash to the floor. Cervantes going to pick up his third personal, but I think he got the worst of it. That'll put Cardenas at the line, and we've got an injury on the floor. Cervantes pushes himself up. He went down kind of awkwardly. So he'll be up, and looks like he's all right. Probably just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. So he picks up his third personal foul. And it is the 5th team foul on the Rockets. Lovington has been whistled for 7, and so the Rockets are in the bonus. So Cardenas at the line for just the first time tonight and just the third opportunity Lovington's had at the stripe. Cardenas gets the first to go. Now back to a 4-point Rocket lead, 39-35. Pondo will check into the ball game for Betancourt. Pondo, Arroyo, Cardenas, Gomez, and Thompson on the floor for the Cats. So Cardenas made the first. Puts up the second, and Dallas gets them both. Now to a one-possession ball game. Sorry I missed that. Again, I'm running everything solo tonight. So they'll get it to Mendoza. Full court presses on to Schooley. They try and trap him up. They'll put it back to Mendoza. Throw the fastball. Get it underneath to a breaking man. That is Ramirez. And he'll put it up off the glass. Good. Lovington to Cardenas in the front court. Fake the push, and they'll push it back out to Arroyo. Top of the arc. 2.5 to go. 3 on the way. That one is going to be off the mark from the tip, and it'll be Cardenas who winds up with it. Lovington resets, trailing by 5. 2:20 to go. Underneath to Gomez. Gomez misses the wide open layup, and Ramirez will have his second rebound of the ball game. To Price in the front court. Goddard controls it. The clock increasingly becoming the Rockets' friend and the Cats' enemy. Schooley uses up the dribble. Now into the corner to Ramirez. Flip it back out to Schooley and just reset. Under 2 to play. Schooley to Mendoza. Deep left corner. Drives in on the left base. Give it to Schooley in the post, and they will call a foul on the floor on Lovington. And that'll put Schooley at the line for the 1-and-1. And they are going to whistle. Going to get Cardenas for that one. His first personal. 18 foul on Lovington. So Mitchell Schooley at the line to shoot 2. Gomez checks out. Betancourt checks in for the Cats. 41-36. Lovington has just not found the offense tonight. So Schooley puts up the front end of the 1-and-1, and it is good. So now back to a 6-point lead. 2 full possessions up for the Rockets. Schooley can make it 3 if he makes this one. A conventional 3, but he does not, and it'll be Betancourt with the rebound. His 7th. To Arroyo, still time on the clock. 1:45 to go in a 6-point lead for the Rockets. Arroyo drives in, fall away from 12, and no good. And Mendoza tries to get the rebound and goes to the floor, and Lovington will have the basketball. Gotta have somebody underneath the block out. So Lovington ball, Betancourt to pull the trigger on the inbound with 97 seconds to go. Gets it in right at the 5 count. Arroyo on the near side. Brings it up, pulls the trigger, and that one is going to clank off the iron and right into the hands of Price. He's got 10. He's got a double-double. He's got 12 points, 10 rebounds. 1:26 to go in the ballgame. Schooley to the front court. Uses up the dribble. Tosses to Mendoza, then spins it out to Zapata. To Ramirez, then back out to Schooley. At some point, if you're Lovington, you got to start thinking about fouling. Schooley tosses to Ramirez in front of the scorer's table. He'll use the dribble. They try and trap him up, throw it under to a wide-open Mendoza, and it is up and good. And they're going to call Betancourt on a foul. Mendoza with 15 points in the ball game, and he'll get to go to the line to shoot the and 1. So that'll be Betancourt's first personal. 19 foul on Lovington. Had a bad foul as they got him unsportsmanlike. Mendoza's first trip to the line tonight, and he gets it to fall. And now 45-36, a 9-point lead. And it'll be Lovington basketball. Yeah, you don't get to shoot 2 on that one, kid. 1:04 to go. Lovington just has not had the O tonight. Have been frustrated inside, but just nothing to fall. They've had their chances. Topondo, right wing for 3. That one is going to be off the mark, and it'll be Zapata with the rebound. That'll be his 3rd. Full court pressure is on. Give it to Schooley with 45 seconds to go. Push it forward to Price, and he'll take it and slam it home. Price with the slam down makes it 47-36. And coming through is Arroyo, and he's going to drive hard and get fouled. The place came alive with the Price slam. They are going to call the push foul. They're going to whistle that one on Price. That'll be his 2nd personal. 16 foul, and Arroyo at the line to try and cut this one down a little bit, make the final a little bit more respectable. Wellington's not done yet, but an 11-point lead with 30 seconds to go is not the easiest thing to do as Julian gets the first to go. I got to find a way pretty much to steal the inbound and take it hard home. Arroyo having a heck of a game. 2nd one is up, gets it to go. He's got 16 in the ball game. So half of the points pretty much on the board have come out of Arroyo. And we'll have a foul called immediately as Price will take the 85-foot walk down. Lovington trying to preserve some time. And they're going to whistle that one on Cardenas. That'll be his second personal, 10th team foul. So Goddard will be in the double bonus. So Price goes down. He's 1 of 1 from the line. I'll get that whipped back over there. There we go. So Price at the line, 35 seconds to go, a 9-point lead for the Rockets. He'll put up the first, and it will go. So now back to a 10-point lead for the Goddard Rockets. And whistle sounds coming into the ball game. Will be Diego Garcia. He'll come in for Cardenas. So this is a game that could have gone either way, but Lovington just kind of letting it slip through their fingers here in this fourth quarter. Second on the way for Price, and he's going to get them both to go. Back to an 11-point lead for the Goddard Rockets. Now they're going to put a little backcourt pressure on with Schooley. Arroyo to Pondo. Micah looks for some room, gets it to Betancourt. Now over to Garcia for three, and that one is going to be off the mark. And Ramirez with the rebound. That'll be his third. And the foul going to be called as we'll take the big walk down the court. They're going to call that one on Pondo, his third personal. And so the free throws continue now as Dominic Ramirez to shoot two. Goddard is in the double bonus as a few of the fans in attendance start leaving. Ramirez puts up the first, and it is good. He's got 5 in the ball game. As this one just getting away from Lovington right now. They've gotten 15 here in this fourth quarter, but not nearly enough, as right now Goddard sitting at 20, second on the way, and it is good for Ramirez. So now Diego Garcia, or rather Hector Bonilla, will check in. Going to see some Lovington going to start putting in the bench as Coach Pack waving the white flag with 28 seconds to go in the ball game. Bonilla, Garcia, Adam Sanchez checking into the game. DeMarcus Thompson also going to come out, looks like. Ishmael Martinez going to come in for Thompson. Also checking into the ball game, seeing his first action tonight, Oscar Galindo. So Lovington will fall to 1-2 in district. Goddard will be at 1-2 in district. And it looks like Coach Wade Scott going to start clearing out his bench a little for the last 21 seconds of this one. In the last 20 seconds of this one as the inbound will come to Bonilla. He turns on the Jets, gets it into the front court, hands it off to Sanchez, gives it back to Bonilla with 10. 3 on the way, and bang! Hector Bonilla drains the 3 ball. Gets Lovington back to within 10 with 3 seconds to go. Too little, too late as Ramirez pushes it into the front court with Adrian Solis, and that'll do it. Our final score tonight, the Goddard Rockets victorious over our Lovington Wildcats, 51-41. We'll take a timeout and come back with your Now Pharmacy postgame show right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to your Lovington postgame show from our good friends at Now Pharmacy. Now Pharmacy in Lovington, over 75 years, your local hometown pharmacy and proud supporters of the Lovington Cats and Lady Cats. So tonight the Wildcats fall to the Rockets, 51-41, the final. Leading scorers for the Goddard Rockets tonight, Jarek Mendoza and Rhett Price, each with 16 apiece. Price with 10 rebounds has the double-double for the Rockets. I know Coach Casey Pack was a little bit concerned about about matching up with Price. They did a great job through the first half, but the second half, 14 points for Price in that second half. Goddard goes 11 of 15 from the free throw line in the ballgame. They had a lot more opportunities than the Wildcats did. 6 in the first, 9 in the second, 15 in the third, and 21 in that deciding fourth quarter tonight for the Rockets as they get the victory. For Lovington, 2 players in double digits tonight, led by Julian Arroyo. He had 16 for the Cats. Betancourt finishes up with 10 tonight. So 2 Cats in double figures. 4 points for Cardenas, 4 points for Zeke Guzman, and yet 3 points for Hector Bonilla. For Lovington, they get the 8 points in the first, 6 in the second. They get 9 in the third, and really the third quarter and the fourth where things kind of got away from them, and they score 18 in the fourth, but just too little, too late, as Coach Casey Pack coming over to join us for our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation tonight. And, well, Coach, not the outcome you wanted tonight, to be sure. It was kind of back and forth, and then in the fourth quarter, things just didn't quite go your way.
Yeah, we just, at times, execution of our offense, you've seen it. We got a layup and miss a layup. So, proud of the kids the way they worked, but, you got to make layups.
Well, yeah, they worked hard, and it just seemed like, tonight you couldn't really buy a bucket. For that first half, really Goddard couldn't buy one either.
No.
So, it was one of those, it's just like, well, whoever, starts figuring it out first, I think, gets the win in this one. But, some good things. They worked hard, but, again, the offense just not there tonight. So what do you take out of this one as you get ready to start the second half of district, Coach?
Well, like I told them tonight, if we could come in here and steal one, we got second place all to ourselves. But now it's a dogfight for second because Artesia's 3-0 and everybody else is 1-2. So they'd have to go. Something drastic has to happen. So we're fighting for second place now, and I just told them, it's in their court now, how they step up to the plate and handle adversity and the situations we're fixing to be in. We only got one more home game, and the next 2, there's 2 on the road. So we got to steal someone somewhere and take care of home.
Well, that's true, of course. So the home game will be against Goddard a week from tonight. But, yeah, second half of district, 3-way dogfight, as you mentioned, for second place, and that becomes all important when you get into the district tournament and then, of course, when you get to Selection Sunday.
Yeah, well, I guarantee you whoever's sitting third or fourth in this district's not getting
it's going to be a little tough,
yes,
I think.
It'll be tougher this year. We got about 6 or 7 Albuquerque schools that are guaranteed a slot because of voting selection and all that. So.
Oh, that doesn't happen, Coach.
No, I know. And then you have.
I'm trying to keep us both from getting the nasty gram from the NMAA.
And then you got Espanola Valley, who's in dead last, like 5-16, and now they're leading that
district.
Yes,
and
they're 4-1, and if they go in and win that district, that's.
It gets a little confusing when you get there. So you definitely want to be in that second or third spot at worst out of this district to make it. So, what do you work on the next couple of days getting ready for Artesia Friday night?
We just touch up on some things. Because honestly tonight we were running some good things. We just, just trust it and be, be patient. And, at times I just felt we weren't patient enough. We got once we had some great shots, and then all of a sudden we started forcing shots, and that's when things go downhill. When you're forcing shots, look for a better shot. Look for your teammate a better shot.
Well, for sure, and looked at times like things got a little bit physical out there, and I couldn't believe this. You guys didn't take a free throw until the fourth quarter. That's crazy. Yeah. I said on the broadcast, I don't remember the last time I saw that stat in my stat sheet, no free throws until the fourth quarter. So
yeah, it's just one of those. I've been in the business a long time. Some nights it's good, and some nights they're gonna let the physicality go, and then they call a bump. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it went tonight. I mean, everything was physical, which is fine. Then be consistent. And then a kid gets a little contact, and then an and one, and
And so what can you do? You just
yeah.
gotta put it behind you and move on. So Friday night, be at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. So hey, you've played 3 games there already this season. So you shouldn't be anything too much to adjust to.
No, sir.
Of course, I guess we want a lot of folks to
yes,
come on
sir.
over
yeah,
too.
It should be a good game. So, it's starting to. The good thing about this district is starting to. They're starting to get the rivalry back. I guarantee when we go to Portales, Artesia, we need as many fans there as we can because it's gonna be fun.
It will be a fun one. Of course, Friday night, we will have that for you right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Coach Casey Pack, tough one tonight, but thanks for coming up. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir. And they're turning the lights out on us, so I guess I better wrap things up. That was our Bob's Thriftway Coaches conversation with Coach Casey Pack after tonight's loss, 51-41. The Lovington Lady Cats winning tonight by a final of 48-38, but then the Cats falling 51-41. And since they're turning the lights out, I will wrap things up tonight. Lovington Wildcat basketball has been brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, First American Bank of Lovington, and Now Pharmacy. This has been the Now Pharmacy postgame show. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Goddard High School. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.